Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. And tonight we have the second semi-final, if I don't drop my microphone, the second semi-final of the Champions League. It should be a very, very exciting game, if it's anything to go off what the two previous legs of, the two previous legs of the other semi-final and the first leg of this final, if they're anything to go by just slightly, this should be an absolute corker of a game. And evening to Cameron, who's popped in the chat to say, hi, how are you, mate? I'm all right. I hope you are okay as well. Cameron, lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're doing okay. But like I say, you know, we are back for the Champions League, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. Like I say, if it's anything to go by with the other games, then it should be an absolute corker. Maybe, though, we might see a little bit more of a cagier game, a cagier affair tonight, with the scoreline being closer than what it was. It's absolutely mental how much that game last night between Liverpool and between Villarreal changed last night over the course of 45 minutes and then back again over the course of 90. Hopefully we get another big game, another fantastic game. That's all we can hope for, really, isn't it? That is all we can hope for. Strafter, lovely to see. Great progression as well, mate. Congrats to you. I'm sure you'll be catching me up sooner rather than later. That seems to be a trend at the moment, so hopefully you can ride that trend as well. But as you can see tonight, despite having the Manchester City picture here, I am in a Real Madrid top tonight, and that's who I will be backing for tonight. Real Madrid, of course, as a Chelsea fan, you always want to go out to the eventual winners, so you've got to back the Real Madrid side for tonight, and it looks like another fantastic Real Madrid team as well, and a Manchester City team more than able to compete. Don't forget, this is 4-3 to Manchester City. I think I've got that right, 4-3. I actually cannot remember because there was that many goals. Yeah, I've just seen first leg 4-3. Could not remember because there was that many goals. Absolutely unbelievable. Cameron said it's bad about Chelsea at the minute. It's not good news, and Strafter says he's starting to worry. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. It's taken, unfortunately, a bit of a negative turn. Even more so than it, already was. So we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, it's just a waiting game to see who can change. Obviously, Roman Abramovich wanting that £1.6 billion that he loaned Chelsea back is quite a big kick in the teeth, considering he's gone back on what he's currently said, or previously said, should I say. But, Chelsea have got to deal with it. It's the only way they can. And even into Lord Humongous, who's saying Tamori with love hearts, even better. And even into Oliver as well. So we'll take a dive, shall we? We will take a dive, and let's have a look at the team lineups for today. And as typically of me, I have forgotten to, grab the actual window loaded up there. But there we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. Sam, 31st of May. It is 31st of May. That does look like the deadline, which doesn't look fun. Does not look fun, but, if it's meant to be, it will be sorted. I cannot imagine the UK government letting Chelsea Football Club, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the government aren't that stupid that they're going to let the current European champions, I'm still saying it because we are still the current European champions, they're not going to let the current European champions and potentially at that stage the then current potentially FA Cup holders, they're not going to let it happen. It'd be too much to, even suggest that is the case. Chelsea may have to sell a load of teams and a load of players, and there'll be a lot to go through, but it won't happen. I genuinely don't think it won't. Sam, if Chelsea won't be a club, hypothetically speaking, who will you support? I don't know, because it's not going to happen. I'll leave it there. It's been ages since I watched your stream. Yeah, you've been in before, Cameron, a couple of times, but great to have you in whilst we're actually live for tonight. But let's take a dive. I do hope you guys can see the teams okay on there. I don't think I can zoom in any further, unfortunately, because of the way that this... Yeah, it changes the... changes the angle of it, so I can't go in any further than that. But hopefully that is okay. Hopefully that is okay. Let's see if I can do anything on the screen. Where are we? Window capture. I guess I can do that and then shift it down. Right, there we go. Oh, no, that looks crap. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. You should be able to see that relatively okay. If Chelsea won't be a club anymore, either City or Liverpool. Really, Shafter? Really? Really? Have you two got the same profile picture as well? Why is that confusing me? Have you two got the same profile picture? No, you've just got very similar profile pictures. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't back that one, Shafter. I don't back that one. That's very glory hunting tonight. Who will win this evening, says Lord Humongous. I'm going with Real Madrid to prevail tonight. I think at the Bernabeu, City should have taken a good result tonight, and I think Real Madrid will win, because if City had brought more than 2 goals, I think we could have pretty much firmly said Manchester City are going through. But because it's only 1, I can see Real Madrid just being dominant, really just being dominant, and that's all I can see for the time being. Evening to Fraser as well, who's just joined. Do be sure to go subscribe to his channel if you haven't as well. But let's have a look. Here we go. So Thibaut Courtois starts off in goal, of course, formerly of Chelsea Football Club himself, and then the 4 at the back, I do believe, has one change from the last time we saw them in Manchester, which is Nacho Fernandez coming in instead of David Alaba in that left centre-half role. So it is as you were for the rest of the 3 positions, with Ferland Mendy off that left-hand side, Eder Militao in the right of the centre halves, or left, depending on how it sets up, I assume right, with him formerly being a right back. And then, of course, Dani Carvajal on that right back role. I'm intrigued to see how Dani Carvajal plays the other night. I think it was Wiki hit the nail on the head. Dani Carvajal did not have a great time whatsoever the other night. He really didn't. It was a really poor performance. A really poor performance that night. And so it can only get better. It can only get better. I think he was at fault for a couple of the goals. So, he can really only get better. The 3 across with midfield, again, very self-explanatory in Toni Kroos, Casemiro and Luka Modric, with then Federico Valverde coming in on that right-hand side, and then Vinicius Junior off the left and Karim Benzema through the middle. So the one change in that sort of more attacking 6 is Casemiro coming in for Rodrigo, I do believe. I think that was another change that has been made. But there's plenty of talent in that Real Madrid side, who, of course, are storming themselves away to the top of the La Liga title. And as we just look through the bench as well, there are plenty of talent for them to call on if they need it. Maybe not the same amount as there was in recent years, but even still, you look at the likes of Marcelo, David Alaba, Vasquez, Camavinga, Ceballos, Asensio, Jovic and Rodrigo. There's a nice mixture there of experience with youth and with some players who we know on their day have that cutting edge quality. Do you support all the English teams or just Chelsea? Of course I only support just Chelsea. And of course I follow my current local side, which is Huddersfield Town as well. They're off up, I'm telling you. They are off up. And evening to Wiki as well. It's almost as if I mentioned his name and he appeared. Welcome, Wiki. Welcome. I literally just mentioned you literally 2 minutes ago, and now you've just appeared. So fantastic. Let's have a look at the Manchester City defence. And as you can see, there's been a few changes tonight to the side that started last week in the previous leg, and those being at fullback, the most noticeable ones, with Fernandinho and John Stones getting a nice break tonight, getting themselves a nice break. They were absolutely run ragged by Vinicius Junior between the two of them throughout that time, especially Fernandinho for that Vinicius Junior goal. Absolutely sensational. And it almost surprised me how quick Vinicius Junior was made to look there. It was unbelievable. But He's not going to be able to do that tonight, is he? Kyle Walker coming back in that right back fold. You're never going to be able to outrun that man. Even Vinicius Jr. is going to have a hard time trying to outrun Kyle Walker. And then, of course, João Cancelo, who was suspended for the last game, will be coming back in as well tonight, which is, of course, like I say, a very, very interesting one and someone that will definitely cause problems down that left-hand side. And if we talk about Dani Carvajal having a poor performance last week, and, something that Wiki highlighted multiple times was how poor that performance was at right back, then João Cancelo can only be more of a worry for Dani Carvajal, especially if he puts in a performance like he did last week. It will be a very, very long game if that is the case, if he continues with that. Moving across to the midfield three then, we do have Kevin De Bruyne, who of course started the scintillating football last week with an early and very, very early header. And then Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez, who probably should have had 2 or 3 last time out, starts on the right-hand side. Gabriel Jesus, who's found a nice little bit of goal-scoring form, appears to be starting through the middle. And then Phil Foden off that left-hand side instead of the £100 million man, Jack Grealish. Let's have a look at Pep's side. And like I say, in terms of Champions League winners, obviously Real Madrid, having won it so many times over the last 10 years, have a lot more quality, and they've had players who have been here more often. And I think that is a really, really important thing, is when you get to these stages, is having players in your team that have been here and they've done it before. And Manchester City have exactly that in Scott Carson, and that is it. That is actually it. It's surprising considering the quality of their squad, but sometimes you've got to win one, haven't you? And then maybe, who knows, they'll start come flooding in for City. But looking at the bench in terms of that, a lot of these players have been to the final before. They know what it takes to get to a final, especially with last season's loss is the best way to say it. Their loss against an underdog side in Chelsea, who were definitely the underdogs. But if you look at that bench, Zach Steffen, Scott Carson, Zinchenko, Ake, Gundogan, Fernandinho, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling and Cole Palmer, probably the most noticeable ones out of those, with a few young lads scattered in there. You look small. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. That is just what I've been going to the gym for. Thanks, Sean. Good evening to you, lad. Hope you are okay. And Shafter's going 4-3 again. 4-3 to who? City or Real Madrid? Porto were the underdogs last season. Yeah, but when it came to the final, we were the underdogs. We were most certainly the underdogs. But let's have a scroll down. Let's have a look at the form which they both come into this on. And of course, if you look at it, it's they've both had a couple of losses, including that 4-0 from Barcelona. But we can't dwindle on that, because if you look at the rest of the results since then, they've been pretty much spot on. Of course, they did what they needed to do against Chelsea. They scored their 2 goals, which just killed the whole vibe of Chelsea, completely killed it. And then, as you can see as well, losing to Manchester City. So in terms of that, they've been pretty much flawless in the league since we left last week, and since that 4-0 loss against Barcelona. But they're really trying to wrap that up. And I think the focus today, or for this Real Madrid side, the focus will be on this Champions League now. They've wrapped up the title. They know it's going to be theirs. So why not go for it? Which might play into Real Madrid's hands, just over Manchester City as a result of that. Because, you take the teams tonight, if you look at them, of course, Pep Guardiola's gone full out tonight because, he wants to win this Champions League. It's the one thing that has evaded him over the course of his career as a manager of both Bayern Munich and Manchester City. And so, interesting really to me that he's gone with such a strong side, but that is the thing that he wants to go for. The league, I'm sure they'd be annoyed if they lost the league, but if they lost the league and won the Champions League, I don't think any City fans nor I don't think any City fans would complain at the fact that they'd won the Champions League and lost the league to Liverpool. I think the league means more to Liverpool. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say. I definitely think the Champions League means a lot more to Manchester City this time round, having got so close, so close last time around. I want to say thanks for Chelsea for the great gift for Kayo Tomori. It looks like Tomori got out in good time, didn't it? It did look like he got out in good time, but what can we do, eh? What can we do? It would be great to see him, hopefully, in an England shirt over the international breaks, whenever they are, and of course, hopefully he'll be in the side at the World Cup in a few months' time as well. And those are the teams on the screen for you there for you, Sean. And just in case if you have missed it, let's just have a quick run through again. Real Madrid, Thibaut Courtois, Dani Carvajal, Eder Militao, Nacho Fernandez and Ferland Mendy cap off the defensive five with Luka Modric, Casemiro and Toni Kroos in the three in midfield. Federico Valverde starts off that right-hand side with Vinicius Jr. off the left. And of course, Karim the Dream Benzema starts through the middle. And it's also a 4-3-3 for Manchester City. Very typical of Manchester City, of course, with Ederson starting in goal. João Cancelo back from his suspension in at left back. Aymeric Laporte and Ruben Diaz as the two centre halves. We've got 15 minutes till kick-off, Sean. Kyle Walker at right back. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri and Bernardo Silva go across the midfield three. And of course the front three of Phil Foden, Gabriel Jesus and Riyad Mahrez. So that is the two teams for tonight. We've got about 15 minutes or so. I think that's about how far away we are. Do be sure to get your score predictions in the chat for us, guys. I'll go to mine as well. And, we need to discuss it. I need to get BT Sport up so I can watch this tonight. I'm really looking forward to it, like I say. I've got my Real Madrid kit on. And, in fact, we'll have a little game. How many have we? We've got a few people in here at the moment. So, who do you think is on the back of this Real Madrid top? Who do you think is on the back of this Real Madrid top? Let's find out. Let's find out who you think is going to be on the back of it. Let me swap over to the other stream. Let's have a look. Awesome. Right. There we go. Let's go back to this screen. I feel like it's strange having this like Manchester City thing wearing this. Very, very strange. Very strange. I don't know why it's doing this. Having this behind me. I don't know why that would be such a thing. Marcelo. You've gone with Marcelo. Hazard, says Cameron. It's too old to be a Hazard top. It's too old to be a Hazard top. Let me stand up so you can see the front of it. Well, I say stand up. There we are. That is the kit. It's a bit of an older one. Benzema or Marcelo. We'll give it a good reveal in 3, 2, 1. Of course, Cristiano. Of course, it's Cristiano. Of course. I think I got this from when I was in like Mallorca or something. Called it. Exactly. You're wearing an Arsenal kit. I don't think I am, Sean. I don't think I am. I don't think I could stomach going anywhere near an Arsenal kit. Let alone wear one. Right, let me get BT Sport up for us. My score prediction for tonight's game. That is an interesting one to sit and debate. Like I say, I think Real Madrid go through tonight. I've just got this feeling inside my bones that I think it'll be Real Madrid. I think Madrid will go through. I think City are going to put up a fight. I'm going to say it's going to be 3-1 Real Madrid. 3-1 Real Madrid tonight is what I'm saying. Schafter's going with 4-3 again. I would be incredibly surprised if it was 4-3 again. Now, that would be very, very impressive. That would be a cracking second leg. I don't think we're going to quite have the excitement that you're anticipating there, Schafter. I'm going with 3? I keep saying 3. 3-1 to Real Madrid once again. Ronaldo, lol, nice, but I prefer Ibrahimovic, says. Wow. Bit of a Ibra fan, of course. He's at AC Milan at the moment anyway, so I'm sure that is why. And of course, you've got the handsome man himself in Olivier Giroud as well. 2-0 to the Paella Merchants. I'm assuming you're meaning... I'm assuming paella isn't a big thing in Manchester, and you're going with it being a Spanish thing. But who knows? Who knows with Manchester, eh? Who knows with Manchester whatsoever? So we've got a 2-0 from Oliver. We've got a 2-1 Real Madrid from Cameron. 2-1 Real Madrid, wouldn't that take us? It would take us to extra time and pens. So Cameron thinks there's going to be extra time and pens. Shrafter's going goals, 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 and Sean's going City, please win 4-0. And Wiki's gone 3-2 to City as well. So we've got a lot of people back in Manchester City tonight, and I don't quite have the confidence in it. And Jake Ayres also an evening to Jake as well. Evening to Jake as well. So I'm going to stick with my 3-1 prediction to Real Madrid tonight. That's where I'm going. That's where I think it will be. And Shrafter's changed it to 4-4. He's joining the curly vibes, and he's going for a 4-4. That's what he's going for. That is what he's going for. A nice big 4-4. I'd love to see the goals, but I don't think we're going to quite get as many. I do think this will be a bit closer, but I can also see Real Madrid absolutely stomping. Absolutely stomping. If City can score comfortably tonight, they can if they can score 4 comfortably, they can definitely win tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here he is, Mr. Curly. He's not come in with a 4-4 this time. He's gone with 3-2 to Real Madrid. So Curly sees it, I'm assuming, going to extra time. Is that correct, Curly? Is that correct? I guess Liverpool is a stronger team for this year. I think Liverpool, Liverpool historically are a better side than probably most of the English sides anyway at the Champions League. So I think there's something in the mentality with that, and when you're at Anfield anyway, there's just always that extra buzz on nights like this, and so that's always something that I think helps them when they get to the final. And of course now that team pretty much has not changed too much, and it's going to be their third Champions League final, or at least second, with Alisson Becker in goal. So you definitely got to feel like they're comfortable. They are comfortable at the moment. I must say, Madrid's fence will let them down. Yeah, that is my one worry. That is my one worry. I think it's going to be anything you can do, I can do better, in the sense of I'm going to score 3 goals tonight and you're going to score 1. Refreshments time. What has everybody got? I've got chocolate, says Sean. I'm just on a apple and blackcurrant squash at the moment. I can't really eat when I'm on stream because otherwise I'll just end up like inhaling it and nearly dying. It is all the way to penalties. Kepa gonna blaze is over the crossbar. Go 4-4 Curly. Asking you shall receive. Nice. Speak of the devil. Exactly. That's weird. Both of you and Wiki have done that. Both of you and Wiki have done that today, Curly. I mentioned both of you, and then maybe a matter of 30 seconds later, you've both entered the chat. Very strange. It's like you can hear me. It's like you can hear me. It's like your loyal subscribers. Cameron's playing FIFA against his brother. Enjoy. Hopefully he doesn't lose too badly, Cameron. Hopefully you don't lose too badly. That would be embarrassing against your brother. And he did what on your belt? I have no clue what Curly's meant to put there. Can you mention me winning the lottery? Curly, you're losing me now, lad. You are losing me. Right, guys, we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. I'm trying to work out if my mic is picking up my BT Sport. I don't think it is at the moment, but do let me know if you can hear it at some point. I'm really excited for this game. It's nice to be in a neutral position. Like, you know, when I was watching that Chelsea game against Real Madrid a few weeks ago, obviously I was absolutely gutted when Chelsea, you know, conceded those goals and stuff like that. But you never quite get the ecstasy when you're a neutral, and you never quite get the depression. But isn't it the ecstasy and the depression that is combined in both? In like, in being a fan? Isn't that what we all love about it? And the fact that we can just, all of a sudden, it can go from being the lowest of lows to the highest of highs. Isn't that what we look forward to? And isn't that why we watch football? It's so good. It is so good. If you enjoy feeling neutral watching a cup tie, Sam, become a Spurs fan. Yeah, that would make me feel sick, so I'm not going to do that one. Madrid don't dominate games like that, though. They smash teams, but don't dominate like City or Liverpool. Liverpool and City's possession is absolutely mental. I think I saw it, the average possession this season for Liverpool, something like 64%, which is absolutely bonkers to me. Absolutely bonkers. Like 64% is so high. I was looking, it was when I was doing my research about Tuchemeni and Monaco, who are a side who obviously play their football in France, of course, because that's where Monaco is an island of, but also they're one of the better teams in that league, and they had 54%, and Liverpool have 63% average possession over the course of the season, which is mental. Absolutely mental, and it shows the difference really between Manchester City, Liverpool, and the rest of the top teams in Europe at the moment. That gap is so high, so high. I'm good at FIFA. Impens against him on the next game. Nice one, Cameron. I think Benzema is going to miss the decisive penalty tonight, says Curly. Oh, Curly really wants the heartbreak, doesn't he? He really does want the heartbreak. Shafter says his dad's a Liverpool fan and he might buy him a United shirt. Should I put Ronaldo on it? Oh, you're on the wind-up tonight, Bailey. You're on the wind-up tonight. The players are coming out of the dugouts and making their way onto the pitch. It's good to see João Cancelo and Kyle Walker back in the City sides, of course, after having one of them being injured and the other one being suspended. God, I hate that Manchester City third kit. Why does it say Man City on the top? I hate it. And if I'm correct, I'm sure Lord Humongous will tell us, isn't that the same with is it Puma third kit? I think Milan have it as well. If I'm not wrong. I don't know how this just came into my head. Well, I do, because I just said Milan. I'm also off to see the Killers in Milan. Sam, I was busy on your last stream, but I'm back to this one. No worries, Sean. We've all got our lives to live, but thank you for coming back tonight, and hopefully you do enjoy it for tonight. So yeah, I'm going 3-1. I'm going to go with, what goal scorers are we going to go with? I think it's going to be Vinicius Jr., big night for him tonight. I'm going to go with 2 goals from Vinicius Jr. And of course, a goal from Karim the Dream. And then to cap it all off, I think the consolation goal, which will come second out of the 4 goals. So I think it will be Real Madrid who score, then City, and City are going to score through Phil Foden. That is my prediction. That is my prediction for tonight. Benzema to Huddersfield confirmed. I mean, it would be unfair to have Karim Benzema and Danny Ward in the same team. I think that would be illegal. I do think that would be illegal. The choreography of the Real Madrid fans is terrible. The choreography. Oh, right, ladies and gents. Before we do get into it, we're about a minute or two away. I'm just going to turn my phone on to Do Not Disturb, just in case if I am a little bit behind. I don't think I should be, though, because I am on the app. But if you haven't already, guys, do be sure to smash that like button and do hit subscribe as well. That would be absolutely excellent. Of course, as always, we're trying to get ourselves up to 15 likes. If my chair is going to stop clicking and clunking. I don't know. Do we go top button done up? Is that too formal? I feel like that's too formal, top button done up. I feel like I'm some sort of weird waiter. Like, if you cut me off here, I look like a waiter. Or if I have it further up, I don't know. That feels strange. That definitely feels strange. I definitely prefer the little bit of the open-chested look. I don't know why you guys needed to know that, but who cares? Get the chest out. There's only one more button beneath it. It won't come all the way out, I'm afraid. I was at the San Siro for Milan versus Liverpool. We are the best fan supporters, says Lord Humongous. He's back in the Milan fans. Of course, you've always got to back your team, haven't you? You've always got to back your team, and think that you're the best fans. Speaking of fans, Jake Eyre, who was in earlier, has managed to sneak me and him 2 tickets for the FA Cup final next weekend. Not this weekend, the weekend after. It's gonna be ace. It's gonna be ace. No, you are, Curly. This is a PG app. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I didn't put made for kids on, so it can be whatever I want it to be. It can be whatever I want it to be. Right, the players are all out on the pitch. We've seen the provisional lineups. Now all there is to see is how the 2 teams play on the night. Gabriel Jesus, deep in thought. Tony Kroos there. He could be a really, really important man with the ability that he has to pick up the ball and move it quickly. The players take the knee of Manchester City. The players take the knee. And we shall be underway now in this Champions League semi-final. Like I mentioned, Manchester City playing in their 3rd kit tonight. They're kicking from right to left, and Real Madrid playing in their standard home white with the blue trimmings kit as well. Good stuff. Here we go then. Here we go, Ruben Diaz. Oh, he gives the ball away there. Vinicius Jr. nearly manages to get himself on it. Will the final be on YouTube of the Champions League? I'm not so sure. At the moment, I'm not actually too sure. As Vinicius Jr. is fouled instantly in that bottom corner, and he just tries to get the fans just a little bit G'd up there, just to get him behind. Maybe Vinicius Jr. didn't quite like the reception that was going on, was expecting it to be more vibrant in the early stages. We are only a minute in, Vinicius, so chill out, let the fans do their thing, but it should be a really, really interesting one here. And they've got a free kick already. Tony Kroos has gone out. It's pretty much at the corner flag, an in-swinger for Tony Kroos. I'd personally defend this like a corner, but City have still tried to play the offside trap. It's whipped in towards Federico Valverde, who tried a fancy little flick and unfortunately failed at it there, and Mendy just under a little bit of pressure as that came back to him, but he's ended up rolling it back to Ederson. I'll pop in now, and then Sam, no worries. Who do you fancy? I've gone with 3-1 to Real Madrid tonight, Curved. I must say, I've gone with 3-1 with Real Madrid tonight. Hope you are well, mate. Hope you are well, and let us know your score prediction. Evening to Ian as well, who I've just seen sneak in somewhere. And Curly says KDB going to get a hat-trick of own goals. Now that would be very, very surprising, wouldn't it? Very, very surprising. That would be so devastating as well. Imagine that. This year's semi-final, scores 3 own goals. Last season, of course, he had to go off, didn't he, in the final, Kevin De Bruyne. And that really changed that final there. Rudiger, like, I think he was the one who body checked him, wasn't he, Antonio Rudiger? And he really changed the game, body checking Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know if he broke a rib. I can't quite remember the extent of the injury for Kevin De Bruyne, but it changed that game. And you know, we've seen it before with Sergio Ramos on Mohamed Salah, and whether you agree with the almost more aggressive style of play from Sergio Ramos in that one, it definitely helped them, because don't get me wrong, Liverpool had problems that night, but you know, definitely the injury to Mohamed Salah definitely made it a lot easier at that point. I've gone with 2-1, no money on it, no more bets to the World Cup, says Curved. He'll say that until his money comes in for Mo Salah there. The corner whipped in by Manchester City. A little bit of head tennis there. Benzema manages to get the ball down though, and he might be able to set Vinicius on a counter-attack if he can look up. He's got himself into a little bit of trouble though, as Riyad Mahrez wins the ball back off him. Bernardo Silva now off that right hand side, drops it into Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker into Bernardo Silva, and Real Madrid win it back once again. This time it's going to be led by Luka Modric, who skips by a couple, drops it into Karim Benzema. Benzema flicks it into Luka Modric. Modric goes down the line towards Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr., is he going to be able to find a lovely switch? He is, to Dani Carvajal. Dani Carvajal's going to whip one in towards Benzema! Oh, golden opportunity, and he's put it over. golden opportunity. He should have done so much better with that. I don't know if that's offside in the first place, but it's a 50p head from Kareem the Dream. He should have done better there. He should have done better there. I cannot believe he's put that over. It wasn't offside either. It wasn't offside like I had a suspicion it might be. And Denmark to win the World Cup, says Curly. And Curve says, hope you get more subscribers, Sam. Thank you, Curve. Thank you. I don't even think KDB coming off was that bad. The lack of striker and Sterling winning the place. Winning his place out of a cereal box was more costly to me. Sam, what score did you get on your fantasy? On my FPL, I don't know. I've not had a look recently. I've not had a look there. As Bernardo Silva manages to trick his way through. Unfortunately, though, did hit the hand of Bernardo Silva there on the way through. City overthought it last year, didn't they? I don't think they played a defensive midfielder in the final. I think I am correct in saying that. They didn't play either Fernandinho or Rodri in that final, which is obviously a big thing to miss out on. And I expect that Rodri this year, if they get there, will be the first player on the team sheet. That being said, Toni Kroos just gives the ball away. And a few quick changeovers of possession here has seen Vinicius Jr. give Kyle Walker a good run in to make sure that he's all up and fit and ready to rumble tonight. That'll definitely be a ring of fire for him. And Ederson again, he's so calm, isn't he? As Vinicius Jr. closed him down there. And every time I think Vinicius or whoever it is, Sadio Mane, whoever, is going to close him down and win the ball back. And that's the difference, isn't it, between Zach Steffen and Ederson. Ederson, so calm and composed. So calm and composed. Whenever the ball's rolled back to him. And, City able to retain the possession. Now they've got Riyad Mahrez, who drops it into Rodri. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Bernardo Silva looks forward down that left-hand side. A little bit of space here for João Cancelo. Cancelo goes in on that right foot. Comes back, though, instead to Bernardo Silva. There's not too much height in the box for Manchester City, so I imagine we won't see them with the ball in. João Cancelo tries a fancy little drag back there, but gives the ball back to Real Madrid there. That could have been quite a good opportunity if he'd not messed up his skill or if he'd have just taken it nice and easily. But don't you worry, Manchester City, because Real Madrid have just given the ball back to you again. And we're just watching that clearance from Ederson. Vinicius Jr. is so close to getting a touch on that then. So unbelievably close, and I don't know how he does it. I really, really don't know how he does it. It is mind-blowing to me that man has that level of composure at this level. It's a shame that the likes of some of the other goalkeepers in these leagues aren't quite as composed. We saw a disaster class last night, didn't we? What did we all think to Rulli's performance last night? What did we all think to Rulli's performance last night? I didn't see it live at the time, and there's a bit of argy-bargy going on here. I'm not sure what was happening there because we were on a different cut. We were looking at something else going on. Laporte's gone down holding his throat. Kevin De Bruyne, Laporte, Luka Modric comes in. There's a bit of a shove, bit of a push. Oh, Laporte could be in trouble there. Laporte could be in trouble there. I tell you what, he's the one who's gone and flopped down like a fish. But if VAR looks at that, they'll quite clearly... I can't see the other side, so I don't know where Luka Modric grabbed him. But there was definitely a hand in the face from Laporte on Luka Modric. I don't know why Laporte was even involved. I'm not sure why Modric was involved. Anyway, the ref's given yellows to both of them. We can't quite see because Kyle Walker and Vinicius Jr. are blocking the vision of the VAR, the camera. It doesn't look like it's gone to VAR, which is surprising me. So maybe the VAR is just letting them both off there. I think under any other situation, probably maybe both of them would be sent off. So maybe that's what they've done, because if it's a hand to the throat, then Luka Modric definitely should, for pushing someone or grabbing someone there, it's definite violent conduct, and potentially Aymeric Laporte as well for the shove as he went to, ended up hitting him around the face. So maybe Maybe they both should have been off. Maybe they've thought, you know, let's be civil about this, put them both in the book, given their warning, and they're going to be on eggshells now for the rest of the time as Mahrez takes the following free kick but goes straight into the hands there of Thibaut Courtois. Manchester City paid the refs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Eder Militao. This whole Real Madrid defence, I know what Wiki means, this whole Real Madrid defence just doesn't seem to fill me with too much confidence when they're playing out from the back. It's not like when Ederson has the ball and you just think, relax, it'll all be okay. It doesn't quite fill me with the same level of confidence. How do I stream? I use an app called Streamlabs, which is very, very simple. It takes a couple of YouTube tutorials, Sean, but if you wanted to do something like that, they're very easy to find, the YouTube tutorials, and you can find them wherever you want, and I'm sure myself and Josh, who use them quite frequently, will be more than happy to help you out. Me and Josh both use the same thing. Oh, I can't believe Benzema missed that opportunity. I just started thinking about it then. I was like, oh, what big opportunities has there been? That header from Benzema inside the 6-yard box, and he's put it over. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Valverde tries to clip one forward. Ruben Diaz able to clear that one, only as far as Ferland Mendy. Rodri tries to get the ball down and ends up hoofing it out there. Be a throw-in for Real Madrid. Casemiro into Vinicius Jr. He's got a little bit of movement in front of him. One of those players is Luka Modric, who he does fine. Modric into Ferland Mendy. Back into Luka Modric. Here's Ferland Mendy once again. Toni Kroos is going to spray one out wide. What a ball that is from Toni Kroos. A gorgeous pass to find Dani Carvajal, who finds Valverde. Oh, Benzema again. He's just lining up his sights. He's just lining up his sights, isn't he? Karim the Dream. He's had a header that's gone over. Now he's just taken a shot there. I'm not sure he was quite expecting it. The pullback was such venom from Valverde there. And we did see him score a pretty similar goal, in terms of technique at least, against Manchester City in the first leg. That kind of miss is exactly why Benzema would be out of his depth in Championship, soon to be Premier League side like Huddersfield. Absolutely, absolutely. Sam, thoughts on the Chelsea situation? Like I said earlier, you've just got to sit and wait. I mean, it's a poor position to be in, but at the end of the day, us as fans, we can't do anything. The UK government, like I say, they would be silly and they'd be foolish to let one of the most successful clubs, if not the most successful club over the last 20 years, you know, just, what's the word? Over the last 20 years, just, you know, go into admin. It'd be daft. And I'm sure that they will reach an agreement of sorts, because I cannot see that happening. I cannot see it happening that we go into admin. But that's just my thoughts. I think people have got too much common sense. It'd be too much damage to the economy as well of that area. Curly, you don't need to mention that, mate. You do not need to mention that, mate. We don't want to talk about Everton. It's like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Everton. Real Madrid just starting to put a few string of passes together, and Casemiro there I thought he'd picked out a delightful pass to find his Brazilian comrade in Vinicius Jr., the perfect link down that left-hand side, but just underhit the pass. And of course, if you underhit the pass with Kyle Walker around, you're always going to cause yourself problems, because he's more than capable of cutting across that gap and getting there. I honestly still cannot believe that Kyle Walker is as rapid as he is. It's such an asset to have a player who's so strong and so powerful like Kyle Walker. Ruben Diaz back into Walker. City Are they going to start get themselves on the ball here? Of course, the more that this goes on, the more it plays into Manchester City's hands. And the fact is, realistically, one goal could kill the game off for Manchester City, so that they go out of reach of Real Madrid. One goal is what they'll be wanting. One kiss is all it takes, and one goal is all they need to bag one in the back of the net. In the back of the net? In the back of the net. Foden finds Kevin De Bruyne. What a shot that was. Oh my gosh. He's so two-footed, isn't he, Kevin De Bruyne? It's a good save. But he got so much power, and he seemed to not have too much backlift there. And he got so much power and generated quite a lot with not really much room to do it there, De Bruyne. But straight into the hands. Who's quicker, Kyle Walker or Manny? I'm going to go with Kyle Walker. Sam loves Walker. He hates hula hoops. Nice. Curly Sam doesn't want to talk about what happened in the Everton game. I definitely don't. Cameron thinks Brazil will win the World Cup. Speaking of Brazil, here goes Vinicius Jr. down the left-hand side. He's been tracked back by Kyle Walker, though. Vinicius Jr., his pass has just been intercepted by João Cancelo there. And that was vital defending from the Portuguese left-back / right-back. Unbelievable defending there. His defensive awareness there to know where that pass was going, because he had to leave Benzema to try and nick in front of him. If he misses that pass there, Benzema takes it on his back foot and he's got acres of space to look up and play the ball. And Cancelo had to make that tackle or that interception, and he definitely did, and he did it well as well. One of the players of the season so far, João Cancelo. The Real Madrid fans now trying to, when the ball goes back to Ederson, they're just jeering him, just to try and put him under a little bit of pressure, realising how easy it can be for him at times. He's so calm and composed, isn't he, Ederson? I'll keep saying it, he's so calm and composed. Schrafter's back as well. Good stuff, Schrafter, good stuff. And Cameron's off to see Doctor Strange. No spoilers, please, when you do go see it, Cameron. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. João Cancelo rolls it out left into Phil Foden. Foden there, his pass was just a little bit wayward, and Dani Carvajal can get his body in the way. Here's a really random rumour, and I want to know if anyone can confirm if they've heard this rumour before. But I swear there was a rumour that Dani Carvajal and Sergio Ramos were brothers. That might have just been something that, I don't know, my friends made up to try and trick me. But I remember hearing that, and I remember Googling it before to make sure it wasn't true. And I can't remember to this day if it is true or if it isn't. I'm assuming it's not. I feel like people would talk about it a lot more if it was. But it was such a random thing. I feel like it happened at school as well. Like, quite a few people were like, oh yeah, they're brothers because they have Ramos in the name or something like that. And I was like, what? I don't think that's correct. What's your favourite Marvel? Mine's Spider-Man. Oh, I like quite a few. I'm a big fan of Cap. Big fan of Captain America. I do love Spider-Man as well, though. Toni Kroos just fouled on the halfway line by Riyad Mahrez there, who thought he was doing his defensive duties. Only brought down the German, though. Sergio Ramos has one brother called René Ramos. Oh, who knew? Oh my god, that might fall to Benzema at the edge of the box. It's good defending by Laporte, but only as far as Vinicius! Oh, he's put that over. Real Madrid don't have their shooting boots on at the moment, do they? That's 3 over the crossbar. 3 over the crossbar. From 2 of the players, you wouldn't expect them to get them over the crossbar. It's fortunate the way it falls to Vinicius Jr. And then when it falls to him there, you think, just put your laces through it. And I don't know if he like shin rolls it, if it rolls down his shin rather than just making a clean connection. But he's absolutely rocketed that one over. Absolutely rocketed that one over. Curly, you only like Thor because you look like Thor. That's why. You have the same six-pack. Sorry, I meant fat Thor. Sorry. That was going to be brilliant because Curly's going to sit there to type his response and then he'll have stopped halfway through. He'll have been like, oh, thank you. And then we'll have stopped halfway through to then be like, that was so uncalled for. Ah, God. All in the name of banter. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Trying to move into a little bit of space. Has to come back, though, to Aymeric Laporte. City give the ball back to Real Madrid, but Madrid have given the ball back of that? No, the referee's given it as an offside there, with the player coming back on, who eventually, I think it was Phil Foden, who actually eventually tackled Dani Carvajal. Oh, Militao gives the ball away to Phil Foden. Foden whips the ball in. It's gone all the way through and eventually cleared out the other end by Nacho Fernandez. But Bernardo Silva might be in. Oh my gosh, what a save that is from Thibaut Courtois. A phenomenal save. I think it's De Bruyne who just clips the ball back in towards Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva on that right foot being closely tracked by Casemiro, and it's an excellent sharp save down to his left by Thibaut Courtois. A really, really good save. Evening to Dragon as well, who says hi. Evening to you. Cancelo whips in a ball towards that back post there. Is that going to be a corner? Why has Mahrez left that? It's a goal kick. I was going to say, I don't know why Mahrez left that. That was really strange. I'm not quite sure why Riyad Mahrez left that. Maybe he saw something that the referee didn't as that went through. I certainly didn't see it, and I think I'm hearing Darren Fletcher as well on BT Sports saying that he didn't see anything. So it will be a goal kick there. It will be a goal kick there. Hope you've had a good day as well, Dragon. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Let us know who you do support. And by the looks of things, it looks like you know Cameron, unless Cameron is just talking to himself and calling himself Stan. I'm assuming that's you. Who do you think is going to win, Dragon? Yes. Who do you think is going to win, Dragon? All we need is someone called Cal and someone called The, and then we could have Cal the Dragon. Ian says Madrid win 2-0. I hope. I've gone with 3. I've gone with 3-1, Ian. So hopefully we've both got it right. Hopefully we've both got it right. I'd love to see Madrid Liverpool in another derby, in another final. It's one of the, probably at the minute, it's one of the biggest European fixtures, Real Madrid versus Liverpool, in the sense of they've got that little bit of history, that not so distant history, which definitely spices the game up a little bit as well. Are you brothers? Lovely stuff. Stan the man watching Chelsea, watching Sam, who's a Chelsea fan. Curly's just spitting bars as well now, so even better. And we've also got Young Wolf joining us as well, so evening to you. I'm Eric Laporte, clips one forward, looking for the run of Phil Foden. It's intercepted that time by Dani Carvajal, but you can only find Bernardo Silva. Foden, back into Bernardo Silva. City just trying to find a little bit of room. It was whipped in there towards Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne's touch, oh my God, De Bruyne's touch eluded him and it fell to Gabriel Jesus, who tried to bend one into the top corner and it hit the post that holds up the goal in the background. And I thought it was a lot closer then than it was, but it would have been a thunderous strike had it found the back of the net. Had it found the back of the net, that would have been an absolutely thunderous strike. Toni Kroos picks up the ball. Karim Benzema there drops so deep to pick up the ball. It's almost like he's got two red arrows in Valverde and Vinicius Jr., the two Vs going either side of him. And he drops in just to try and spread the play. It's very Harry Kane of him to drop in there and let the wingers bomb on, but it looks like that's what he's going to try and do, at least at times anyway, just to offer a few different perspectives and drop the ball in. How am I watching the game? It's on BT Sports, so I'm watching that, although I'm not that bothered who he beat in the final, says Ian. Oh, love it, Ian, love it. And I most certainly don't, Curly. I most certainly don't. Phil Foden. into João Cancelo. Curly, just because you're a Chelsea fan, and I know you've got a soft spot for him, hence why you've got a picture of Timo Werner in your room. Mahrez whips in the cross there. If I can get me words out. All the sensible fans do. Phil Foden drops in a little bit of space. I tell you what, it's been a bit more of a cagey affair, hasn't it, than last time. Admittedly, the standard that these two sides... Oh, De Bruyne there. He's just switched off and Valverde able to nick that one back. But Real Madrid give it straight back to him. And Carlo Ancelotti really not happy about the retention of the ball there from Real Madrid. They just gave it straight back instantly. What I was going to say was we've definitely not got the intensity that we did in the first leg. Both sides don't want to overly commit to get themselves a goal because the shift of the tie can completely swing on this next goal. If Manchester City get it, you'd like to think that Manchester City will pretty much be there or thereabouts, home or host. Oh, Vinicius there, just fouled on the edge of the box. An opportunity here for Toni Kroos to get the ball down. Kevin De Bruyne pleads his innocence, but it's not going to happen with every tat. Who's winning the Champions League for you? It's got to be Real Madrid. It's got to be Real Madrid. I've got to hope somehow that Liverpool don't win this quadruple. I've got to hope somehow. I'm not overly confident about the FA Cup final, but we've got to hope somehow, haven't we? We've got to hope somehow. So I'm backing Real Madrid to do it. Still a lot of football to be played until that moment, though, in the course of the season. Toni Kroos has a free kick. It's definitely in Toni Kroos territory, this one. Valverde is also there. I think I'd go for it myself personally. Eder Militao and Nacho are both in there. It is Toni Kroos. Oh, I think it took a deflection there. It did. It took a deflection and just went wide there. It comes off. Does it come off Mahrez as it just skims and loops upwards? I think Ederson would have got to it either way had it snuck in on that front post. But it was an excellent effort from Toni Kroos. He definitely hit it well. Definitely hit it well. And now Toni Kroos has an opportunity to put a good ball in here as well. I would say though most of the height in this penalty box is Manchester City height. Other than Benzema and Casemiro. In comes the ball from Toni Kroos, headed clear by Manchester City, and they've managed to get themselves a foul there. Kyle Walker just challenged in the air and might have caught a later elbow there as well. He might have caught an elbow there as he jumped up for his troubles. If you haven't already, guys, do be sure to smash that like button for us if you are enjoying the stream. Dragon says he loves the stream, so thank you. And if you guys enjoy the stream as much as Dragon does, then make sure you smash that like button for us. That would be absolutely excellent. We're going for 15 likes. So, you know, if you can get yourself there or thereabouts, or get me there or thereabouts, that would be absolutely fantastic. And we've gained an extra 2 sub-croders as well, which is even better. We're up to 10 likes. So thank you for that, ladies and gents. Curly. Now's not the time for the flirting. Now's not the time for the flirting. Rangers versus Leipzig tomorrow. Roma versus Leicester. We'll get into the business end of these competitions now. And very, very interesting. When you look at the final teams in these tournaments, they all look like, in some way, really juicy games. Really juicy games. Sam, where is your microphone? I can't hear you. It's right here. Right down here. It's literally 6 inches away from me. It's not far away from me at all. Curly says up the Rangers. I am actually Cameron says I'm a huge fan, especially how you're a Chelsea fan. Thanks, Cameron. And I am actually going to be making a special appearance on A View from the Stands tomorrow. Josh has wanted me. To because he's been missing some of the Rangers streams, and he's going to miss another one. And of course, it's massive, isn't it, for Rangers tomorrow night in that semi-final against Leipzig. Only 1-0 down after the first leg. Josh has asked me to go onto his channel and do the live stream, so I'm going to be making an appearance on there whilst Josh is away, and then because Josh has so many Rangers fans, and we can keep them nice and satisfied as well. It's a good job that they're not playing Roma, like I say, because otherwise, if it was Rangers versus Roma, I wouldn't be able to keep my Tammy bias to myself. I would not be able to keep my Tammy bias to myself. Curly, that doesn't work, lad. That does not work. "30 minutes on the clock." The best Real Madrid opportunities really have all been skied at the moment. I'm out tomorrow, but I'll try and sneak in. No worries, it won't be on my channel. It will be on A View from the Stands. You can find his channel. It is on my featured channels on my homepage on YouTube. So if you aren't already subscribed to Josh, do be sure to go over and subscribe to him as well. He is live currently. He's got like 80 people watching him, which is absolutely massive. So hopefully he's having a good time. Eder Militao drops it into Dani Carvajal. Oh, lovely pass through the legs of João Cancelo there. Very cheeky into Modric, who tries to whip the ball in. Good defensive play, though, by Ruben Diaz. And Real Madrid, though, get themselves back on the ball. Lovely little drop of the shoulder there from Casemiro. And Real Madrid are going to try and build and go again. Toni Kroos. Still Toni Kroos. Drops it into Vinicius Jr. who's going to... I tell you what, Kyle Walker, even he's having a tough time against Vinicius Jr. I know we've, curved as fancied Brazil in the World Cup this year. But I think we're all going to have to be worried just a little bit about Vinicius Jr. I think it's going to be a real worry, because he's turning Kyle Walker, who's one of the best right backs and one of the quickest right backs as well. He's turning him inside and out, and he's making it look easy. Vinicius Jr. at the moment, he is making it look easy. Casemiro just injured himself there. He tried to pull Phil Foden down, and he might have overstretched and overcommitted. He proper had a full hand on Phil Foden's shirt. Foden got the advantage though, because it did end up falling to KDB. But a bit of a tactical foul there, and I'm not quite sure how Casemiro's deemed to have injured himself there. But clearly he felt like there was enough contact for him to go down there, I must say. Casemiro's last appearance was, of course, that second leg, that absolute monumental, chaotic second leg between Real Madrid and Chelsea. He wasn't in the side last time out in this game, so interesting to see if he does go off, if it'll change the game. Maybe he's the reason why the goals haven't been coming as of yet. Seems to be a correlation between the two. Definitely seems to be a correlation. Brazil are looking really good. They definitely are. They definitely are at the moment. And Vinicius Jr. is causing all kind of problems. All kind of problems. City creating the better chances. Yeah, and Real Madrid aren't doing much with their chances at the moment, unfortunately. They've spanned a few over the crossbar, but that's really it, isn't it? City creating definitely the more clear cut of the opportunities as we get play back underway now that Casemiro has gone off the pitch as well. Laporte into João Cancelo. Cancelo looks forward there, looking for Phil Foden. It's read though by Dani Carvajal, and it's eventually deemed as offside there for Phil Foden, who was trying to put a bit of a press on Thibaut Courtois and Eder Militao. I'm not sure we really had to blow up for a foul there. I'm not going to lie to you, but, you know, apparently they deemed it to be. Good touch there by Bernardo Silva to take that one away from Karim Benzema. And referees just stopped the game there. I'm not sure quite what he stopped the game for. Looks like, by the looks of things, Benzema's hurt himself where the sun don't shine. Oh, that is not where you want the ball to hit. I tell you what, that is not where you want the ball to hit. I'm telling you now. Very painful. Very painful. It's only head and ball injuries that you should be pausing the game for. Everything else, grow up. Oh God. Oh, right, let's move this back over so you can see me a little bit better. .35 minutes on the clock. Still Real Madrid 0, Manchester City 0. I still can't believe how entertaining that game was yesterday. The Fortnite King's username. Unfortunately, I don't know Timo Werner's username. I know Curly's a massive fan of Timo Werner, so maybe Curly's got the answer for you on that one. Ronaldo hoping Man United all season. Yeah, I don't know how... that argument that Ronaldo's the problem over the last month has definitely had no leg to stand on whatsoever. Evening, Lewis. How are we doing, mate? Hope you're doing okay. I want Real and City to win. I want Real to win because Real deserve it, but I want Showdown Zinchenko to get an upgrade. Lewis thinking about his FIFA team. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We have Mahrez, skips inside there, skips past two. Oh, he tries to thread the ball through Foden. It might fall to there, who tries to ping one in. Defended, though, by Real Madrid. It's all a little bit scrappy. All a little bit scrappy at times defensively for Real Madrid, I must say. Here is Vinicius Jr. into Valverde, and that's defended by Man City. But the ball's going to come back at them as Luka Modric looks to clip an elegant ball in behind, and his Kyle Walker deemed to have fouled Vinicius Jr. there. Referee says no, play on. Saying it's shoulder to shoulder. I'm not sure it was shoulder to shoulder. It looked more shoulder to back. I'll give him the benefit, but it did look like the shoulder was in the back rather than shoulder to shoulder. Here's Eder Militao trying his luck with a little bit of pace to get past Laporte, and he looks like he might have... No, he's not won himself a corner. Lewis is fine. How's your day been? Yeah, it's not been too bad. Not been too bad, thanks, mate. Not been too bad at all. Oh, actually, now that I've seen that on second view, and yeah, I think the ref's got that correct. Referee's got that correct with that shoulder to shoulder. But City just starting to be unlocked by some of these through balls, and Vinicius Jr. looks like he's growing in confidence. That being said, he just misjudges the pass from Benzema, which was aiming for him. It was another gorgeous ball, though, from Luka Modric. How many times have we seen him do that over the course of this Champions League knockout stage? A lot is the answer to that. A lot. It's easy to forget as well, actually, that Real Madrid did lose to RC Sheriff in the Champions League this season. They have lost. Like, they lost a couple of games in the opening stages of the season. So Real Madrid have been far from flawless, whereas Manchester City, on the other hand, haven't really ever looked like they've been getting a little bit shaky. Way! Bernardo Silva's cross there. Hopefully Real Madrid win. I do hope so as well. Good flick there by Kevin De Bruyne into João Cancelo. Here is Bernardo Silva, blocked by Casemiro, and that'll go behind for a Manchester City corner. City starting just to try and take control of the play at the moment. Just trying to take control of the play. Curly says, if Real Madrid get knocked out here and Liverpool win the UEFA Champions League with Mane scoring, do you think Benzema is still going to win the Ballon d'Or? I still think it's a bit early to talk about Ballon d'Or winners. in terms of we've still got a World Cup to be played this year. So that is a big key thing. But realistically, in terms of individual performance, I guess Benzema has been better for the most part. Oh my God, what a strike that was on his right foot from Phil Foden. And Thibaut Courtois does well. Smart save down there to his right-hand side. Does really well to get himself down. And Real Madrid, every time they try and play out, it's just a bit uncontrolled. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because they're going to take away They're trying to take it away from tournaments. The reliance on tournaments as a Ballon d'Or factor. So it might not be such a big thing. It might be more on the goals. And if it is done on the goals, then surely you've got to back Mo Salah and Karim Benzema. And individual performances. That was an excellent strike from Phil Foden. Barely looked like he even put any power behind it, but he's absolutely slogged one, I must say. It is a Real Madrid corner, though. Toni Kroos has gone out to take an in-swinging corner. Whipped in. Headed clear, though, by Aymeric Laporte. Falls to Valverde, and it's blocked again. City might be able to counter-attack here if Riyad Mahrez picks out the right pass. He's looking for Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne tries his best Gareth Bale pressure there as he looks to run round the outside of Luka Modric, but Modric has enough in his tank to manage to get back there. Puts the DRS on and shows him a clean pair of heels. Yeah, they did. They most certainly did, Dan. Dragon, sorry. They most certainly did. It was an excellent game last night. I mean, Rulli will be very, very annoyed. Rulli will be very, very annoyed. Messi is clear of Ronaldo. I know I'm saying that sat in a Ronaldo shirt, but Messi he's the best dribbler the world has ever seen. The best goal scorer the world has ever seen, and the best assister the world has ever seen. So, head and shoulders for me. Head and shoulders. Stan the Dragon. Yes, exactly. Here's Vinicius Junior so far, who's been definitely a bright spark at these two teams so far. Real Madrid do look a little bit flat, look like they're reliant on Vinicius Junior and Benzema in those attacking areas. I wonder if we'll see the introduction of Rodrigo at some point, just to stop it. Clearly Mason Mount, Curly, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Messi or Mason Mount. Of course it's Mason Mount. God. Who's got more? Oh my God, what a ball that is. And Karim Benzema's in, and he's through. Oh, he's put it over. He's offside, but he's put it over. He can't find his sights tonight, can he, Karim the Dream? That should be rippling the back of the net, I tell you what. That should be rippling the back of the net. He looks like he's just got his sights just slightly off at the moment, Karim Benzema. And you can't have that. They cannot have that. They really, really cannot have that at the moment. There was hate here from about before. Yeah, that's just Wiki. That's just Wiki. We'll let Wiki have it, though. He comes up with good chat most of the time. Just not about Mason Mount. Just not about Mason Mount. Tom said Gallagher doesn't get in the Norwich midfield. Real Tom just says stuff to get a rise out of you boys, like, and you all nibble every time. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And if Tom genuinely believes that, then he does not deserve his subscribers. He does not deserve them. Valverde into Casemiro. One back though by Manchester City, who don't look done at all here, Manchester City. They look like they're going to try and push before this half-time, get themselves in, change that half-time team talk, as we so often say. Here's Bernardo Silva, who finds João Cancelo once again. Cancelo, maybe not seeing the best in terms of attacking output from him. I think that might be a change in the game if they can get Cancelo involved further up on the field and overload Dani Carvajal down that City left-hand side and, of course, that Real Madrid right-hand side. Then I think Manchester City are going to improve, and I think they're going to be able to start getting and finding their way through, because that seems to me like that weak point at the moment. Admittedly, playing out from the back, this Real Madrid side does not fill me with confidence, and it hasn't done over the last few games. That being said, against Chelsea, everything they did looked like they were going to score, because that's what happens when you're a supporter. Here is Mendy, who finds Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior's touch is poor there, and Rodri, is he just fouled? No, he hasn't apparently. I thought he'd fouled him there, and Mahrez's pass, it's really, really poor there as he tries to unleash Kevin De Bruyne, and De Bruyne's not happy with the pass there from Riyad Mahrez, and they've given the ball straight back to Real Madrid, and Karim Benzema finds Luka Modric, who finds Vinicius Junior. He finds Casemiro. Here's Luka Modric inside the penalty box. Luka Modric is going to have to come back and drop it into Ferland Mendy. Mendy on his swinger whips one in towards Casemiro, and that might be a goal kick there for Manchester City. It was a decent ball in, you know, off Mendy's swinger. Just watching that one from Rodri again, I will actually give the referee one there. I think he's made a good couple of options here. Let's see if this is a corner. Oh, I still couldn't tell. Even on the replay, I still couldn't tell. So always go with the defensive team on that one. Ref's been good tonight, to be fair. He's played advantage in good times, and so far it's not been a bad performance from the referee. Dealt with stuff well as well. He's dealt with stuff well, and made some good decisions. That one from Casemiro was a bit of a dive when you saw it on a replay. Obviously at full speed from the distance away that we are in the cameras, and then of course watching them at home as well. Definitely does make it harder to view, but we do have 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time, so we've just had just over a minute of it, and then we'll have another minute. What did Dragon say? Dragon says Mason Mount is clear of Phil Foden. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. But yes. Phil Foden on the Manchester City corner here. Last chance saloon in this first half. It's whipped in by Foden, nice and deep, looking for, I believe that was Bernardo Silva arriving late, but he's found Mahrez instead. Kevin De Bruyne is going to try whip one back in, and that's headed clear there. There was 3 Real Madrid players there, and they didn't realise they were all there, did they? They did not realise they were all there. And they've ended up putting it behind for another Manchester City corner. It's all smiles from the 3 of them, but considering you've just given away a corner to probably the best team on the planet at the moment, definitely shows to me that you shouldn't be quite so smiley. And that is half time, and it's Real Madrid 0, Manchester City 0. And the Real Madrid players just moaning there because they thought they might be able to get an opportunity on the counter-attack. The full 2 minutes were up, and to be honest with you, I do not blame the referee for stopping it there. Get that boring first half out me way. Get that boring first half out of me way. Get it out me way. That's what we need. That is what we need, isn't it? That is most certainly what we need. Right, let's set ourselves up for the second half. It is most certainly half time. Do let me know your thoughts on this first half. It's been a different one. It's definitely been a different one in comparison to last time. Last time it was all guns blazing, wasn't it, last time around? This time it's been a little bit more sedate, but you can't expect it, can you? 2 legs in a row to be so chaotic, and you know, teams will start to figure themselves out over 180 minutes, and I think that's what we're seeing at the moment. But Manchester City are just starting to find their groove tonight after a bit of a slow start. Real Madrid, though, need to find their shooting boots. Most certainly. Because, to be honest with you, for the most part, the finishes have not been good enough whatsoever. Right, we've got Guess the Footballer. Did someone say Mount is clear of Foden? I was waiting for you, Wiki. I was waiting for you. Right, here we go. So we got football quiz, and of course tonight, guess the player as always. As you can see, we've got Manchester City and we've got Real Madrid. Do we want to spice it up and go for a Spanish football quiz? Obviously, we can skip any of the ones that are before our age, our generation. But let me know. What would you prefer to do? Chelsea greater than Man City, says Curly. You should ask for Stanley's opinion on Manchester United this season. It will be funny to see what he says. Hopefully Real Madrid will deliver in the second half. That's what I hope, Stan. That is what I hope. Stan the man. I need Fortnite King's username to win cash from Fortnite. Mount Clear of Erdegaard. Wiki says let's do Spain. He's not letting Curly's comments get to him. Let's do the Spain one then. Let's do the Spanish football one. Right, let's start the quiz. We'll go. What should we go? World class or semi-pro? I think we go world class, I think we go world class. We'll go world class. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? Right, here we are. Maybe we've gone too hard here. Right. This is going to be a really niche player here. I must say. Right, let's have a look at them stats. Work out the position. For me, it's a defender who played for Valencia until 2009. It's a Spanish defender who's played for Valencia for 10 years, getting 116 appearances. Ooh, this chat is so funny with some of the messages. Semi. Curve says semi. We'll go back and we'll do semi instead. Right, we'll move on. We'll do this one. Right, here we go. I think I know who that is. Do I know who that is? Yeah, that's much easier. There we are. Let's have a look. It definitely wasn't Gerard Moreno, I'll tell you now. Who knows this one then, ladies and gents? I've got it. Now that we're on Wiki setup. Remind me what team you support, Curly. I don't know if Curly knows what team he supports, if I'm honest with you. I don't know if Curly knows. Curly just loves the beautiful game. What are we going with, ladies and gents, then? If you can all see that. Hopefully you can all see that. Okay. As you can see, Gulls a Gunner comes in and he goes straight in with Pepe. Love a quiz, me, says Gulls. Evening. Hope you're doing all right, mate. I hope you are doing okay. It is. I think it is. It most certainly is. Pepe. Jordan Spence, favourite player. Big old Jordy Spence. I cannot believe that man is bald voluntarily. Why would you be bald voluntarily? I don't know. I really don't know. Next up. Right, let's go. If my mouse is going to work. Hello. Oh, okay. I feel like that refreshed. Right, here we go then. Here we go. So, this is difficult. I don't know what his national team is. Hang on, let me just zoom out so I can see his national team. Is it going to tell me his national team here? Does he not play for his national team? Oh, he doesn't play for his national team. Okay, that's interesting. This is really interesting. So, let's have a look at this. Is that where I was? No, I was on this one. Right, so let's have a look at this. This is really interesting. So, he's played for Cheltenham Town and Paris Saint-Germain. There can't be too many players who have played for Paris Saint-Germain and Cheltenham and then Tottenham as well. Eidbar to Sociedad to PSG, PSG to Bilbao, PSG to Bilbao. You're kidding me. PSG to Bilbao. Was in the Bilbao Academy, then went to Tottenham. Was on loan at Tottenham was at Tottenham, had 3 loans to Valladolid B, and Cheltenham, and then was at Tottenham. Didn't play a game for Tottenham in his senior career, but then went from PSG to Atletico Bilbao. A goalkeeper. There's too many goals there to be a goalkeeper. I can't think either goals. It's a long name as well. It is a long name. It must be, for me, it must be a defender. But is 7 goals in 67 appearances too many for a defender? Is it like a Coquelin or someone like that? That kind of player. But I guess no one like that has played for PSG. Use the clue. I will do in a second. I actually have no idea. No, me neither. Wait, no, scored goals, yeah. Oh, gosh. No, let's go for a clue. Let's go for a clue. I think we're all stumped. On that one. Right, Joker. What do we want? First name, picture, or letter. First name, picture, or letter. First name feels like a big one. Letter doesn't really help. Picture will give it away too much. I think we go first name. Yuri! The worst bit is we can't even tell what nationality they are. Urinator? Ha! Get it? Like urinate. Yuri Tielemans. I can tell you it's not Tielemans. Oh my god. Is that who it is, Wiki? Is that who it is? That is such a good... If that is knowledge. If that is correct. Oh... I never knew he played for Tottenham. That is unbelievable. What a shout that is, Wiki. What a shout that is. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Right. Now we're moving on to... Hang on, let me just... Give me 2 secs. I just need to check where we are with the... Nope, we're still in the ad break. That is fine. Still in the ad break. Right, here we go. So, completely forgot he played for Spurs. I never knew that. I must say I never knew that. So, this player is just played for Hertha Berlin. Played for... Oh, I think I know who it is. I think I know this. Let me try and spell it in my head. Yeah, I think I know who this is. It was ball knowledge there from Wiki. Good ball knowledge, I must say. I know who this one is. I am ready when you guys are. Let's see if you know who it is. Wiki's gone Khedira. Like Sami Khedira. Jeffrey Schlupp says Curly. You'll get it right one time, Curly. You need to make sure to put Peter Crouch in as well. And Wiki, I think you've got that one absolutely spot on. Again, Sami Khedira. Oh, if I can spell his name right. I don't know why I always struggle so much on this. Sami Khedira. Sammy knows Sammy, eh? Pleased I got that one so quickly there. Got that one very, very quickly. Right, next up is... There is no chance we're getting this. A player who has played once for Spain. Once for Spain in 2002. If anyone gets this, I will be so surprised. So surprised. Played for Bilbao, scoring 21 goals. Is that a centre-half? I think that sounds like a centre-half to me. Who's your favourite music artist? I would probably say... I'd probably say The Killers. We'll have to see him in Milan, so I've got to say The Killers, really. God, I say The Killers. I don't know who this one could be. Oh, it's only 4 letters, though. It's only 4 letters. I'm now trying to just think of Spanish names that are 4 letters, but I'm completely blanking. Pepe again. Willy Bolly. I don't think it's Willy Bolly. I don't think that one's quite right, Curly. I must say, I'm no genius, I'm no Einstein, but I don't think that one's quite right. Oh, God. Shall I just spam letters and see if we get one right? Here we go. This is how we do it. This is the strat, boys. Okay, this is not the strat, boys. Oh, we got one. We got one. It begins with a T. Tuco. No, it's not right. T-O, T-A, T-I. Oh, we're getting there. We're going to get it, guys. We're going to get it. TIC, TIT, TIW. This is like the worst game of Wordle in the world. TIM. It's a good job this isn't like a football Wordle, isn't it? I think I've just gone through every letter there and still... Oh, I spoke. Yeah, it's not... I'm trying to think of names now that begin with TI that are 4 letters. TIP, TIK... Oh! E! No! What? Tikka. It's chicken tikka, lads. It's chicken tikka. L. No, it's not L. M. No, it's not M. N. B. Come on, guys. We got this. We don't need the clue. We don't need the clue. Tikka-taka. It's wiki-tiki. It is. It's wiki... Oh. C. X. That was a weird shout from me there. Z. E. I've already tried E. It's not tyke. U. What letter have I not tried? F won't fit, surely. It's wiki-tiki. Timo. It's not I at the end. It's not I at the end. I've tried I. Right, we're going with numbers. Is it 9? No. O. I've tried O. Oh, Tico. Chicken Tico masala. Oh, the one vowel I didn't try. Whoever that guy is. Oh, God, thank you for Oliver who actually paid attention to which letters we didn't choose. Right, let me just zoom out to see what his national team is. National team is the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic. Right, back in we go. That's too far. There we are. Right, the Czech Republic. Oh, God. Oh, it shows me. Nice. Didn't show me last time. He's a consistent player. It looks like a centre half. I think we are back with the football. Let me just give me 2 secs. We might have to leave this one here, ladies and gents. I think we are back with the football any second now. I can hear Jake Humphreys' sweet, sweet nothing in my ears. I think Modric is very lucky to get away with that, just as we watch that there. Sorry, let me get back to the intermission screen. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Right, I am back. Juan Mata. It's not going to be Juan Mata because he's not Czech Republican. It's not from the Czech Republic. Can't be Rosicky. Played for Galatasaray. Has played for Atletico Madrid. I'm not sure how this player can fit in the Spanish one, considering he's only spent 3 years in Spain. Gary Neville. It might as well be. It might as well be. I tell you what. It might as well be, lads. It might as well be Gary Neville. Right, let's go for the Joker. Let's go for the Joker, and we'll go for the picture this time. Who the hell is that guy? Imagine that harder difficult. I know, man. Right, we need to go back. The football is getting underway. So let's get ourselves back to the regular screen. You know what? Let's find out who that was. Let's just go solve. It was whoever Lewis put. It's him. That's who it is. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Vinicius Junior +1 wide instantly. Oh my gosh! I didn't even get a chance to turn the time on. You can't do that to me, Vinny. You can't do that to me, lad. Straight away from the kickoff, Real Madrid just went forward, clipped the ball up. Danny Carvajal got him behind. He whipped it across the box, and Vinicius Junior. His foot's like a 50p. That should be in the back of the net, if you ask me. Will not get an easier opportunity all night there, Vinicius. We will not get an easier opportunity there from Vinicius at all. I'm going to restart the timer at 46 minutes and we'll get ourselves underway. But what on earth? Manchester City caught napping early on there. Got themselves caught napping. And there might be another opportunity. Oh my gosh, that one goes all the way through as well. Man City running it running it fine lines here, I tell you what. Fine lines from him. Very, very fine lines. Man City, man, they've come out and they're looking as if they don't want to be playing right now. Don't want to be playing at all right now. But God, could have given us a chance to get onto the right screen there. Could have given us a chance to get on the right screen there, Real Madrid. They've come out firing. Love to see it. Love to see it. Crystal Palace would have put this game to bed by now. Most certainly. Feel like I recognise that face. I don't think I recognise that face. I feel like I only recognise people's faces from like different leagues if they've had a sick FIFA card. If your name's Wizem Ben Yedder, I'll know who you are. Ederson rolls that one out into Rodri. Rodri's just trying to get Kevin De Bruyne just to get himself on the ball and just calm it down a bit. You saw the hand gesture there from Rodri. Just chill out. Just chill out, boys. Just chill out. That's all they need to do is just chill out. Remember that actually they are still a goal to the good despite the scoreline being even tonight. We go all the way back to Ederson once again. Here is Ruben Diaz who finds Kyle Walker. Walker gives the ball away to Ferland Mendy. Here's Karim Benzema. Benzema tries to get away from Rodri. Good defensive play though. Impossible additions, just Charles Vernon. Well, it wouldn't be that impossible because we know who he is, Curly. If anything, that would be an easy addition. Here's Gabriel Jesus into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva skips away from one. Dani Carvajal and Eder Militao. A tag team there had to double up on Bernardo Silva to make sure he stopped. Feel like City are just going to score soon, says Wiki. So despite the fiery start that Real Madrid made the opening minute of this second half, Wiki's still backing. No reason for it. Just no reason for why, I just do. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sometimes you got to go with your gut, don't you, Wiki? Sometimes you got to go with your gut. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne into João Cancelo, who's going to whip one across towards that back post there, looking for Riyad Mahrez. It's headed clear though by Ferland Mendy, and here is Mahrez once again. Walker back into Mahrez. Walker tries to make a run beyond the Real Madrid defenders. City just settling now into this second half, as you would expect from Manchester City. God, that's made it look awful. Let me do this. There we go. I've got like a weird glow around me at the moment, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's my pregnancy glow. Courtois just running a risk there, and he's given the ball to João Cancelo, who tries to find Jesus, and a bit of pinball here. How did I get it right? I don't know, Lewis. I'm a little bit sus on you. A little bit of sus on you. You're doing a watch along from heaven. Why did that sound like it was filled with so much sarcasm there from you, Wiki? I thought it was your Halo Sam. I mean, this can be if you'd like. Can I take that off? Oh, I nearly broke it. Right, we'll leave it there. That Madrid midfield and defence are struggling with Silva's drives. I don't think they're quick enough, Wiki. I don't think they're quick enough. As good as they are, and as much experience as they have at the moment, I just don't think they're good enough in terms of agility. Luka Modric doesn't look too out of place, but he's always been a player who's been quite nippy and agile. Whereas Toni Kroos has never really been that. Neither has Casemiro. Being said, Carvajal won the ball back nicely that time, but gave the ball back away to Manchester City once again. And I think that's what City do have over this Real Madrid side, is that ability to be nimble. Here's Mahrez, one of the most nimble ones out of him. Mahrez fakes the shoot, drops it into De Bruyne, back into Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez's touch is poor though. Casemiro thought about going down there under the tackle from Phil Foden. Here's Vinicius Jr., who's going to run away from Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne doesn't really put up a fight there. He's up against Ruben Diaz. Here's Vinicius Jr. What a goal this could be. If he can roll it back to Luka Modric. Modric chips it up! And it's blocked by Ruben Diaz. Oh, it's spilled by Ederson! And he spilled again by Ederson! Oh my gosh, Manchester City. What are they doing there? What are they doing? Ederson spills it twice, and Real Madrid, back they come again. Vinicius Jr. whips it in across that box, and there's no one there. There's no one there. Dani Carvajal has to pick the ball up at the far end. Valverde into Casemiro, and they've just lost the ball again here, man. Just lost the ball again here. Looking forward to seeing Arsenal next season in the Champions League. Be interesting to see him in there. We've not seen him for a while. If they manage to retain this position. Real Madrid there, just the momentum just looks like it's swung thanks to that attack from Vinicius Jr. It was a great solo run from him. Here's Benzema on the edge of the box into Ferland Mendy, who tried a nutmeg on Kyle Walker, and Kyle Walker there, beautiful tackle from the Englishman, and he's hoofed that one up, and that'll just take a little bit of the pressure off the Manchester City defenders there. We could get slapped in the UCL, so we need to spend at least 200 mil. Wow, it's a lot of money to be spending, Wiki. You need to sign Danny Ward from Huddersfield. Yeah, he'll score maybe 15 goals in the Championship. He'll score 15 goals in the Championship if you need 15 goals in the Championship, Wiki. I'm not sure you do, but he might be better than Eddie Nketiah, so. We need a win next Saturday. Chelsea definitely do. We need a win all the time. Here you go, Manchester City. Jesus finds Cancelo, who tries to look down the line there for Kevin De Bruyne. And that final pass there from Cancelo was just overhit. That might fall to Luka Modric there, and that's cleared by Kyle Walker. Are you doing any more watch-alongs this week? I will be doing a watch-along tomorrow night, but it won't be on my channel. I'm doing it on Josh's channel because I'm doing a Rangers watch-along. He's had quite a few Rangers fans of his Rangers subscribers wanting him to do one, and with him being busy, he asked me if I can do it, so I'm going to do that. And of course, I'll look to do some at the weekend. Might not be able to do any Saturday because I've got a few plans, got a few bits and bobs to sort this weekend. But you know, for the most part, probably we'll be doing one Sunday, and we're going to look as well to do a F1 watch along on Sunday evening as well, with it being a nice time and not clashing with any of the Premier League football as well. So there is a couple of things to look forward to, Lewis, over this weekend. Here's Casemiro, who's going to roll one into Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. Oh, the ball's just behind him and he can't quite get it. And a man who can get the ball under control is Rodri. And oh, it's desperately unlucky. Really unlucky there. Skunky's back again. Lovely to see you, lads. Hope you're doing well. Liverpool will win another cup. Guess who has the most drip in the world? If the answer's not me there, Cameron, I don't want to know it. Or is it Skunky? There aren't guaranteed 25 goals in league strikers anymore, so we need a mix of a goal scorer / provider. Oh, here go City. Phil Foden tries to wriggle a bit of room there. I thought they were going to be through on goal there, but the pass from Phil Foden as he went to give it back to Gabriel Jesus just wasn't good enough. Cancelo still has the ball though. It looks like the opportunity might have gone on the counter-attack specifically. City are going to have to build themselves here. Here is Phil Foden, who just uses his body well there. And has he won himself a free kick? No, the referee says absolutely not. And that's a delicious ball from Casemiro to find Vinicius Jr. Here's Benzema back into Vinny. Oh. City holding on now. City holding on now. Jeez. I remember last time F1 more exciting than Chelsea versus West Ham. I hope we don't get destroyed against Man City. I think that's everyone's hope when they play Man City, is not to get destroyed by them. I just want Jesus and another option. Oh, Jesus. I completely read that wrong. Apologies. Just want Jesus. William Defoe. Nice. William Defoe. Nice. Drip. Party started now. Skunky's here. Party started, lads. Maybe a decent midfielder like Mason Mount would count. Curly's on the wind-up with Wiki tonight. Curly's on the wind-up. Mahrez trying to weave a bit of space here, being marked closely though by Ferland Mendy. City just need to regain the ball, get themselves back calm and composed here. It's been a little bit hectic since the start of the second half, and you'd like to say they've been on the back foot, but Real Madrid haven't really taken an opportunity to score. Bailey says he's off between mine and Luke's streams, which is absolutely fine. Love to see it, love to see it. Even better if you go between me and Luke. That's absolutely fine by us. Absolutely fine by us. Kyle Walker, lovely ball. Looking for Kevin De Bruyne there, and Eder Militao just manages to get himself through. The more this ticks on, the more it falls into Manchester City's hands there. That's surely a foul by Kyle Walker on Vinicius Jr., and they've given it there. They have most certainly given it. Come on, let's have a goal. Let's have a goal. Come on. Desperate for a goal now. I'm absolutely desperate. Just to put a bit of spice in this. Updated score prediction. Still going 3-1. Still going 3-1. Nah, I'm still going to go with Real Madrid to go through. I think it'll be 2-0 Real Madrid. Or 1-1, go to extra time, Real Madrid prevail. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with, Curly. What's your updated score prediction? Guessing you're not off with your 4-4. You got your GCSEs this year, Cameron? Give you clip ideas. Fraser's comparison ones did very well. Why don't you do something like that? Mount, stop it! I swear we haven't mentioned Mount in ages. Oh my god! Real Madrid, it just looked like they're walking themselves into trouble. Fortunately, Luka Modric is the coolest man on the pitch. Doesn't mean his pass is going to be accurate though. City win the ball back again. Gabriel Jesus rolls it into Cancelo, back into Jesus. They're having to try and be quite fluid with these attacking five now, Manchester City, to try and cause some problems and make it a little bit less straightforward. Good feet though by João Cancelo. Lovely feet by João Cancelo. And referee waves play on. Here's Bernardo Silva. Mine's 1-0 Real Madrid, but Benzema still to miss the decisive penalty. Only time will tell, only time will tell. Lovely run again by Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. and Kyle Walker have met their match here. I tell you what, both of them absolute speed demons. Kyle Walker, for the first time in his life, I think, actually looks semi-slow. He looks really, really slow. How about Conor Gallagher or Loftus-Cheek? I reckon Loftus-Cheek probably needs to move himself, but I love him too much. I love him too much. This is a performance that City used to have last season when they would score early and grind out 1-0 wins. Yeah, we've seen it so many times with City and Liverpool over the last few years, haven't we? The slow game, the grind out. They know what they have to do. Just don't concede sort of games. But even still, it's not like they're sitting back and they're just going, "Come at us, try break us down." It's not quite what they're going for. They're still trying to attack and still trying to take the game to Real Madrid, but they're just having that air of caution about them because, well, truth be told, they need it. That's why. They definitely do need it, and so having that air of caution is very, very useful and very handy. I have early ones in hospitality and catering and construction. The other ones next year I still have exams for. 2 years next year, but those are early. Ah, fair enough. So you've got some, is it like in year 10 and then in year 11? Fair enough. Good luck with those, Cameron. Good luck with those. You could sign McFred. I rate to be... I like Fred's. I like Fred's work rate. I'll give Fred that. He's got a good work rate on the lad. I would definitely give him that. He's a hard worker, and you know, you can't knock it if someone's not playing well and they're working hard. You can't really knock it. You know, at least they're trying their best. It's when someone's not playing well and not trying hard. That's when you can knock it. Carl Walker there's just sat down, and it might be that Vinicius Jr. has just tired him out too much. Obviously, he's come back from an injury, hasn't he, Carl Walker? And he came back into the fold in order to try and stop Vinicius Jr. tonight. And I think it shows how painful a day it's been, because Zinchenko is going to have to come on here by the looks of things. Carl Walker going to be heading off, and I assume that means that it will then be Cancelo, will go back into his more standard right back position that we were more commonly used to seeing him playing at the beginning of the season. Of course, times have changed, and now excellent at right back and left back as well. Can you loan Smith Rowe back to Huddersfield, please? Yeah, can we have him for like the playoffs? Is that all right, Wiki? Can we just take him for the playoffs? Can we compromise and take Saka? Can we compromise and take your whole team? Oh, looks like Kyle Walker might be coming back on here. Looks like the magic energy drink has done the business. You can have Jordan Rhodes. Kyle Walker comes back onto the pitch. That's surprising. I'm quite surprised, especially when you've got Zinchenko on the bench, someone more than capable of filling in on the left-hand side. And considering the lack of threat that Real Madrid have shown down that right-hand side, against Cancelo at the moment, I'm very surprised that they have opted to keep Kyle Walker on. I'd have just thought they'd have swapped Cancelo over, but I guess they're maybe trying to wait to see if they bring on Rodrigo, because Rodrigo of course will take up a lot more time on that right hand side. Rodrigo will. Forget Rhodes, I'll take Laka, bro. Jordan Rhodes isn't the Rhodes that Wiki would like to spend time with. I'm assuming. Danny Carvajal gets himself into the book. For a foul on Kevin De Bruyne. The commentators there were just questioning why is it taking so long for those, well, I'm going to say third and fourth, but pretty much the first yellow cards, in terms of course, there was that little bit of a kerfuffle between Modric and Laporte, which saw them both get in the book, but the first sort of like foul yellow cards, if you know what I mean, to come into place there. There's been quite a lot of fouls in this game, potentially, that have been deemable, but I guess the referee, giving the game as best chance as possible to flow, of course doesn't want to be the hero too often. Country roads take me home. I like how I got confidence that I'm better than Gordon Ramsay. I would destroy my cooking and I am better, says Cameron. Lovely stuff. What's the best thing I have cooked? Probably not a lot, unfortunately. My cooking is basically what I have to learn by myself. Whilst living alone, which is a task which isn't very helpful, because you don't want to learn how to cook something and then have to eat it, because if it goes wrong, you then have to eat something that's not very nice, or you have to make something else. which is the problem. Which is most certainly the problem. Vinny has been slightly bullied, can't lie. Vinny has been slightly bullied? I don't think so. I think it's the other way around. I think Vinicius Jr. has been bullying Kyle Walker, if I'm honest with you. He's been absolutely running him ragged at the moment. Running him ragged. Laporte rolls it into João Cancelo. Come on, let's have a bit of excitement, boys. Can we have something, Real Madrid, please? I need like Josh's lucky hat. That's what I need. Josh has a lucky hat. I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything like that, do I? No. Disappointing. I don't have a lucky hat. What do I do? How do I prompt Real Madrid to score and make this game semi-interesting? It's nearly, well, it's clearly not as bad, but it reminds me so much of the way that City played against Sporting Lisbon in that second leg. Just, you know, don't really rush yourself, don't have to do much. I was carrying a basketball earlier and dropped it, but forgot why. Then it came back to me. Surely that would work better with a boomerang. Toni Kroos is going to be the man coming off for Real Madrid. Rodrigo coming on. So, a positive move. I assume Valverde will resume his place in central midfield. Definitely something that, like I say, that they needed. As I said earlier, that Cancelo's not really been tested down that left-hand side or Real Madrid's right-hand side. So, definitely bringing on Rodrigo might be able to curate a few problems for Manchester City, and Real Madrid might be able to grow and develop into this game. Of course, time slowly but surely ticking away for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid will be annoyed because they've not really registered in the way of too many clear-cut opportunities. Vinicius Jr. has had a few good runs down that left-hand side, but they've never really culminated in too many opportunities that are clear-cut that you think that should be scored from. And those that have, they've seemed to blaze over at the moment, and they don't quite have their shooting boots on. Curly Sam will be a full-time Huddersfield Town fan once Chelsea don't exist anymore. Sam loves Levi Colwill. Who doesn't? If you could meet one Chelsea player, who would you like to meet? Declan Rice. Haha. Prediction. No. I am going to go with probably Mason Mount. He is my favourite player. He seems like a laugh as well. Kyle Walker's just gone down again there. Surely that's Kyle Walker coming off the pitch now. I'm sure we'll see a replay on quite what happened there. Long ball from Thibaut Courtois. Vinicius Jr. does get him behind, and then it's just a tangle of legs between the two of them. I'm not quite sure there's too much in it, to be honest with you. Kyle Walker takes quite a few tumbles and quite a few turns, but I'm not sure overly on what he will have done there. I don't know if that's a pre-existing injury, you know, the one that he was out for, whether that is going to affect, if that is the one that's going to be affecting Real Madrid. Kyle Walker. Now, Ilkay Gundogan is another player who is warming up for Manchester City, of course formerly of Borussia Dortmund, where he did play under Jurgen Klopp. They've got the stretcher out for Kyle Walker. So he will be leaving the field here, but the stretcher is not needed. Kyle Walker back on his feet once again. No surprises there. He's not been running at him. He's been running at him, but he's not been able to physically to handle the God. I cannot read tonight. Right, let's read Wiki's comment. He's been running at him, but he's not... There's no he's in there. But not being able to handle the physicality. Got there. Thank God. Yeah, I agree. I know what you mean. Yeah. I would not be able to choose between Fortnite King, Mount or Havertz. Yeah, Werner seems like a laugh. What about the LeBron James of soccer? Pulisic seems like it'd be gnarly. I can't believe you cooking with you, lol. Gundogan would be a good signing for Arsenal. Anyone would be a good signing for Arsenal. And Alexander Zinchenko does come on. And no way. Gundogan's coming on, okay. But Kevin De Bruyne is coming off. KDB is coming off. And so now if Manchester City need a goal, their best player, and probably on his day, one of the best players in the world, is now off the field of play. You know, Gundogan can bring goals, but we've not seen it this season like we did last season as, oh my God, Ederson, again there, nearly gave the ball away. Again. Let's see how that changed, though, with Zinchenko going out onto that left-hand side. Of course, he did start against Rodrigo last week. But let's see how that changes it. Is that going to change? Is Rodrigo going to get a bit more joy? Or that right-hand side going to get some more joy? Here goes Bernardo Silva, though, as he rolls it in towards Mahrez! And there it is from Riyad Mahrez! That was easy as you like. Thibaut Courtois didn't even bother diving. I'm not sure what he's doing there, Thibaut Courtois. He's not even bothered diving one bit. And it's absolutely rattled into the top corner. Courtois should do better. And surely that is game over for Real Madrid. Surely that is game over. It's a decent counter-attack, I must say, from Manchester City. It kind of comes from that left-back roll. Zinchenko rolls it into Gundogan, who finds Bernardo Silva in acres of space, and there's no midfielders around him whatsoever. He then cleverly just rolls it over to Mahrez, and Mahrez beats Thibaut Courtois at his front post. And I tell you what, Real Madrid and Thibaut Courtois, have a long hard look at yourself there, lad. Have a long hard look at yourself there. Yes, he maybe does it with the eyes slightly. But you can't be beaten at your front post. You can't be beaten at your front post. You can see the slight movement of Thibaut Courtois, but you can't be beaten at your front post. You expect him to go far post, absolutely, Wiki, but when you've got a player stood in front of that position, you've got to gamble that, you know, it's not going to be able to go through. You've got to gamble one way or the other, and he did neither, really. He did neither, really, did he? Come on, Real. Come on. That was a poor piece of goalkeeping, I must say. Mahrez? No. Mahrez. Real Madrid are going to make some changes in response to that, though. And a bit of argy-bargy from Vinicius and Riyad Mahrez. Tempers just flaring just a little bit there. There will be some changes, though. Come in, Marco Asensio. Bit of a forgotten man at Real Madrid. Maybe hasn't reached the heights that we once had anticipated for him. Coming on for Casemiro and Luka Modric. Former Ballon d'Or winner, of course, comes off for Eduardo Camavinga, the 19-year-old. So, if you want to prove yourself tonight, Camavinga, now is most certainly your time. Now is most certainly your time. KDB is playing for Man City. Right, I realised. Got to the song instantly. Told you City would score, says Wiki. City-Liverpool final it is. Looks like it will be. Looks like it will be. I saw a City fan in South London, their natural habitat, along with other plastic fans. Okay, Oliver. My friend says I look like Andrew Garfield, so I am Spider-Man, says Cameron. Stop with the Ramsdale disrespect, don't get me wrong, his second half of the season has died out, but he's been fantastic all the same. he's been good. He's been good this season. I just don't like his cockiness. Like, I just don't like that. For me, if you're that cocky and then you make a mistake, that's what I absolutely hate. And I'm like, oh, it just doesn't. It doesn't settle right with me. But to be fair, so far he's done a good job. But his lack of, not maybe lack of form, but his dip in form has also culminated in them having a bit of a dip as well, Arsenal generally. So I guess it swings and roundabouts with that one. God. The commentator's talking about the lack of service to Karim Benzema here. And I'm like, well, not really. He headed one over inside the first 10 minutes. If you headed that in, the whole game changes. The whole game changes. Completely. It'll completely change if that is the case. And so you've got to take a little bit of responsibility here, Karim Benzema. Yes, they haven't found him on occasion. Very often on occasion, sorry. But you've still got to do it yourself. You've still got to be able to create something. Ramsdale needs to, yeah, that's what I agree with as well. To be fair, he just needs to. He'll get there. He's still young, and he Ramsdale. I think he's still like 23, 24. So he's got plenty of time as a goalkeeper to find the flow. I'm going to Greece on the 26th of July. No, it's not long to that. A couple of months. I'm sure you'll enjoy that, Cameron. Lovely little holiday. Super Jackie Grealish is coming on for not Riyad Mahrez. I don't know why we're showing Riyad Mahrez's goal again, because he's coming on for Gabriel Jesus. I've just seen the number there, but instead they decided to re-show Mahrez's goal. Not quite sure on that one. Problem is Madrid haven't created clear-cut chances. No, they haven't. They haven't. I just think as well, the few opportunities that have fallen his way, even that offside goal, Karim Benzema hasn't hit the target with them. Or the offside opportunity, should I say. He's not hit the target with them. And you can moan all you like that you're not creating the opportunities, but if you don't hit the target when you then get said good opportunities, like that header with inside the first 10 minutes, then you can't really complain, because you've not stuck your end of the bargain up when the opportunities have come. Curly says Grealish is such a waste of money. I'd have to look at the underlying numbers for Jack Grealish. I think that's probably the best way to say it. In terms of like goal output this season, yeah, absolutely. But I'm not too sure. But I'm sure we'll see Grealish develop soon. I mean, he's 26 and he's nearly 27, I assume, by now. So I'm sure we will see him flourish and develop into the player we know he can be. I just don't think Manchester City was the right club for him. Just don't think it was. Nacho Fernandez looks forward, looking for the ball in towards Marco Asensio. Bit of a dodgy defending there from João Cancelo in the first place, but it still managed to trickle its way through to Ederson. Gundogan just has his picket popped. His pocket picked is what I meant to say. Favourite UK holiday to the coast, says Cameron. Cameron's coming in with all the information. It's got to be Claythorpe's on it. I'm sure Curly will tell you. Claythorpe's absolutely banging, isn't it? Absolutely banging. As Bernardo Silva tries to get his way past Nacho Fernandez. It's a corner, though, for Manchester City. Oh, to be fair, that might have been a handball from João Cancelo previously. If Havertz is 72 million, then Grealish being 100 million is okay. Yeah, that's very true, but you've got to remember Kai Havertz is 22. And when we bought him, he was 20, and he just bagged in consecutive seasons. I think it was 15 goals at least in consecutive Bundesliga seasons. So, yeah, 72 mil. Even at the time, it didn't look like too much of an overprice for someone who scored 30 goals in 2 seasons and is 20 years of age. But we'll wait and see with Havertz, won't we? He's still got time. You know, he's still only in his 2nd season at Chelsea. Who knows? He could come back. We've seen purple patches and we've seen glimpses of talent. Who knows? He could come back in the if Chelsea make it to August and the new Premier League season, we could see him come back and all guns blazing as Rodrigo manages to get through. Tries to pull it back for Benzema though, and it's good defensive play by Zinchenko, who tracked him all the way back there and stopped the cross from coming in towards carrying Benzema. As Jack Grealish gives away a foul there, and makes a very brummy noise, which was picked up by the microphones. Havertz is dead food. I don't think he's dead at the minute. I don't think he's dead. He's too young to say, oh my God, what a touch that is from Benzema. Benzema, oh, what a save from Ederson. It was offside anyway. But that's what I mean. He has to do better. And he did better that time. On the half opportunities that he gets and the delicious balls over the top. I'm not sure he is offside, actually. I think João Cancelo plays him onside. But it's a better touch, decent effort, but he's got to do better in those situations. Obviously, that one was a great touch, which led him to that situation. He's a patchy player, has decent spells, but goes majority for the missing. Missing for the majority. I said that completely wrong again. Yeah, I agree, but I think at the age of 22, you've got to give a lad time, especially with the environment that we've been in over the last few years since he joined Chelsea. Has been up and down, to say the least. So, got to give the player a chance. He scored 1 goal in the final, and people let him get away with being crap. I don't think he has. I don't think he's been that bad. I'd happily pay 72 million to win a Champions League, Wiki. And I'm sure you would. By the way, I think he's been much better this season. Much better this season. I do agree though, he can be quite patchy at times, but he's not supposed to be Chelsea's talisman. That's not what he was brought in for. What he was brought in for was to be an attacking midfielder, but he's had to bring that up. He's had to take the reins of that, and he's had to chip in. And Thomas Tuchel is trying to develop him into a false 9. So even as a false 9, I can't imagine him being Chelsea's talisman. I imagine Chelsea trying to develop the squad into more attacking midfielders, to be honest with you. So the attacking wide players score more goals. That's what I imagine. That's absolutely fine, Shafter. If you wanna take a break, sometimes it's nice to take a break. As Eder Militao, a little bit clumsy there, is going to find himself in the book for a foul on Jack Grealish there, who just burst past him. Yeah, do whatever you... yeah, Shafter. Do whatever's best for you, lad. Do whatever's best for you, you know. Sometimes it's nice to take a break. I've done it multiple occasions. I did it when I was in school. The one I used to hate was Snapchat. And I took a break off that, and it did me the world of good. I used to not use it in term time, only when I was on holiday, so I could chat to me mates, which was obviously interesting. Riyad Mahrez is coming off. We've got about 5 minutes left until the end of the game, and Manchester City off park the bus by the looks of things. Fernandinho coming on. Hopefully won't be wanting to play out on that right hand side, so that that right hand side, so that Vinicius Junior doesn't do him like he did last time. Whipped in by Gundogan there, headed clear by, I believe that was Valverde doing his defensive duties. Gundogan there pulls it back to Bernardo Silva, who looks down the line. Fernandinho, his first touches of the game now, as he makes a unfamiliar run in behind the Real Madrid defenders. Here's Super Jackie Grealish, drops it into Gundogan once again. Here is João Cancelo, who might line one up. Cancelo! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, he's absolutely whipped that one, and it's an excellent save from Thibaut Courtois. But City aren't done. City most certainly aren't done, and what a strike that was from João Cancelo. Oh my gosh, what a strike and what a save, I tell you what. Courtois, maybe a redemption arc if Real Madrid can get 2 quick fires, but definitely left it too late, and City are just doing everything they can, using the gamesmanship at its finest now. Let's see that strike again. What a strike that was from João Cancelo, and an excellent parry by Thibaut Courtois. It's taken a deflection as well off Ferland Mendy on the way through, so it's definitely a harder save than maybe first anticipated. It comes through a few bodies as well, so we won't have seen it until late, and especially with that deflection on the way through. And hang on, Jack Grealish might be in behind here. He's going to be tracked down by Eder Militao, and Jack Grealish! Oh my gosh, how has that not gone in from Jack Grealish? Ferland Mendy kicked it onto Phil Foden, and it still didn't go in. How did that not go in? Phil Foden was paying no attention whatsoever. I have no clue how that did not go in from Jack Grealish there. I have no clue, and now the game is opening up so much for Manchester City. Let's see Jack Grealish do something. He cuts onto his left foot. Oh, he pulls it wide. Desperately unlucky from Jack Grealish that time. He cut back onto his left foot. He did really well. Sat down a couple. And it's a good save, actually, from Thibaut Courtois that time. It's a very, very good save from Thibaut Courtois with his left boot as he sticks one down there to try and save it. Kyle Walker thought that was it. He grabbed the coaches next to him. He thought that was it. Oh, it was one of them. Told you that City would slap these guys, Sam. Had those defenders on strings. They definitely are now. City, obviously Real Madrid trying to get themselves out, trying to sort of last chance saloon, if you will. But, you know, you expect it. They've got to get on with it. They've got to move it faster. They don't have the great man Cristiano Ronaldo to rely upon to step up in these big occasions now. Karim Benzema needs to do something. What's my favourite dessert? I love a good ice cream. I'm going to go ice cream. Although I do love a good cheesecake with ice cream as well. So there's my two answers. Pretty much anything with ice cream goes down a treat. This game's really opened up. Kind of wish the City goal had come earlier, if I'm honest with you, because that would have been nice if the City goal had come earlier, because, you know, it's just been so quiet for long periods this game. It at least has opened up now, and we're actually seeing some half decent attacking football from both sides. Vinicius Junior into Rodrigo. I was trying to work out if that was Rodrigo then. He was on the same side as Vinicius Junior. It probably threw me off then. Oh, good tackle from Valverde. That second one a little bit late, but still won the ball anyway. Hot chocolate fudge cake with... Oh, Cameron, stop making me hungry, mate. You're making me hungry. Stop. I've already eaten and I'm on a diet. Stop. That does sound nice though. Oh, Rodrigo again there, trying to get himself through. The direct running has been really good for Vinicius and, you know, Rodrigo as well. There, that's good play. That's really good play. Asensio, oh, it was a good interchange there between, I think it was Eder Militao who rolled in Danny Carvajal. Carvajal put the ball, what looked like to be on a plate there, and he just didn't quite have the cutlery to eat it. Thought he served it on a plate and there was no cutlery for him. Whipped in by Camavinga towards the back post. It might be in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Rodrigo gets his foot in as the ball comes back across from Benzema. And it's going to be a sketchy few minutes. It's going to be a sketchy few minutes for Manchester City. Let's check the offside before we update it. Benzema definitely onside, and the second ball has to be because it's played backwards. And I tell you what, it's a good touch. Benzema does well to keep that one on. And this could be an interesting few moments for us here, ladies and gents. This could be an interesting few moments for us here. 6 minutes of added time. 6! Are you kidding me? There's 6 minutes of added time. Holy. Here we go, ladies and gents. And a chorus of noise comes from the Real Madrid fans there, as they know that they've got an opportunity here with 6 minutes left to get themselves a goal. They're trying to get right behind their team. Here is Vinicius Junior trying to squeeze through a gap. Vinicius Junior does well, but Rodri comes across after he'd squeezed his way past Fernandinho and Cancelo. Holy, how long's left? 6 minutes of added time. It's going to fall to the edge of the box there to Rodrigo. Eder Militao now is playing as an extra striker for Real Madrid. Whipped in by Carvajal. Rodrigo scores! Come on! No way! No way! What a header! What a header! Come on! Come on, Real Madrid! Come on! Bye-bye, Pep! Oh my gosh! What a header! What a header! It's absolutely glanced in. I have not seen. Oh my gosh! What absolute scenes that is! What absolute scenes that is! It's an excellent header by Rodrigo of all people. What a header from Rodrigo! What a header! And we're going to extra time. We're going to extra time by the looks of things. Oh my gosh. Edison's rooted. And what a finish that is by Rodrigo. Just when they needed a goal scorer. I said they didn't have Ronaldo nowadays to come up with the goals. But I tell you what, Rodrigo has come up with possibly the biggest goal of his career so far. What a goal. What a header. And Real Madrid get themselves ahead on the night. And they're not done. They're still going here, Real Madrid. Benzema into Rodrigo. Oh, what a save that is from Edison that time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy. I wanted extra time, but I'm knackered, says Curly. You've got to stay up for it now, Curly, man. You've got to stay up for it now. Carvajal whips in a ball into the hands of Edison. Maybe Edison just needs to take his time. Evening, Max. You're joining us at a good time, lads. You're joining us at a good time. Imagine if they make it 3-1. Imagine if they do. What a turnaround. Benzema in the box. Oh, good defensive play there by Laporte. City were a matter of 5 minutes of added time away from going through. We've still got 3 minutes left at the end of this game. Oh my gosh, unbelievable from Real Madrid. Here goes Phil Foden. Foden trying to roll in Bernardo Silva. It's good defensive play there by Nacho. Jack Grealish, who could have had an opportunity to score twice. Fernandinho, is he fouled there by Camavinga? He is. And it's going to be an opportunity for Man City. Oh, they're taking it quick to Phil Foden. Oh, he's put it over. He's put it over. It was intelligent, really intelligent by Fernandinho, and he's blazed it over. Oh, Foden. Foden. That would have been corner taken quickly level, I tell you what. Imagine if they make it 3-1. Wow, I haven't seen the score. I saw it was 1-0. City bottled it. They must have thought they won. I've been out, so haven't been here. No worries, Max. No worries. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. And we've just got just over a minute and a half left to play of added time at the end of the second half. Will we have a decisive winner? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Imagine if you're a Madrid fan who's just left. Number one, why would you do that? It's a Champions League semi-final. But imagine if you've just left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a game. What a game. What a final 5 minutes this has been. Bloody amazing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. What a header that is from Rodrigo. I tell you what, that is... If Benzema had done that, we would have all been talking about it for the rest of our lives. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. I tell you what, you can never rule out Real Madrid in this competition. There's a reason that they have the most Champions Leagues, and that's exactly why. They are the reason. They just come up big whenever They need to. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable from Real Madrid tonight. What a turnaround. It would be on level with the City fan that left when he thought they'd beaten Tottenham. Yeah, that would be bad. I thought we bottled it last night. Yeah, I know, Fraser. I thought you guys had bottled it last night, but you still have plenty of football to play. This one looks like it's off to... extra time. We've got one free kick left here. One free kick. I might have to put another light on. I'm getting a bit dark here. We've got one free kick left from Zinchenko, which is whipped in and it's flicked all the way through. And that is it. That is full time. And we've got extra time, ladies and gents. Hopefully you buckle in, you sit back, you chill out, and you relax. And you enjoy this, what is going to be a sensational 30 minutes of football. Unbelievable that we're here today. Unbelievable that we are in this position right now, that we've just had this unbelievable turnaround by Real Madrid. Unbelievable. Yes, I am in a Real Madrid shirt. I most certainly am. I wish Villarreal won last night. Yeah, it would have been nice to see someone different, but, you know, it's always good to see the English teams do well as well. I just hope Liverpool don't win the quadruple. It's not a nice feeling. Right, let me just turn on a light behind me. Just give me 2 secs. Just because I'm going a bit dark. I'm just getting a little bit dark. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on. Ah! I have never celebrated a goal. I have never celebrated a goal from a different team as hard as I celebrated that goal right then. I have never celebrated a goal that hard in my life from another team that I don't support. Like, unbelievable from Real Madrid. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable! I cannot believe it! Right, hopefully that's better. Hopefully that is better. I'm back, ladies and gents. I am back. Right. I think we go back to the quiz. And just chill out for a sec. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I reckon so. I reckon we give it a good go. Hang on, it's this side that needs lighting up. Give me 2 secs. I'll put it on the wrong side. Just got to light up the green screen a little bit better. And then that should be a bit better for us. Yeah, it's not too dark. Not too dark. Right, let's have a look. I had Real Madrid to win in regular time. I think it's the semi-final. The year Liverpool win it. I will watch a few more minutes. I'm so tired. School makes me so tired. No surprises there, really. No surprises, really, whatsoever. If I'm honest. Right, let's have a look. Let's swap back over onto the other screen. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe we are going to extra time. I was absolutely adamant that this was going to be a Manchester City win. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. How have they turned this around, Real Madrid? Against the run of play, completely. Against the run of play. Unbelievable. See you later, Cameron. Have a good night. Unbelievable. I am so surprised. I'm literally shell-shocked. Oh, yeah, thanks, PT Sport. It just all of a sudden started, and it literally just loaded on instantly, and oh, and we've got someone running onto the pitch, even better. You just know they're an idiot, don't you? Like, that's the thing. Right, we're underway. We're underway. We're sorted. That completely snuck up on me there. Completely snuck up on me. Looks like we're getting a late night, ladies and gents. If City win, does that mean that you're going to support them in the final? No. 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 I would prefer to see Liverpool win a weird double than see Manchester City win the Champions League. I am not supporting Manchester City to win the Champions League. Hence why I'm supporting Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. breaks down the left-hand side, rolls it back to Benzema. Oh! Ederson. He's flapped at that. I tell you what, he's got quite lucky there, Ederson. Don't know what he's done. Is it the power? Is it the sting? He just sort of loses it. But fortunately, it goes sideways rather than backwards. Very, very fortunate that time. Oh my gosh. Real Madrid come out firing once again. I have to go to bed. Why extra time, says Max. I know. Sneak a headphone and put your phone under your pillow. That's what I'd do. Don't want to miss out on a game like this, I tell you what, even if it is a school night. Oh my gosh, Rodrigo. Imagine turning up. I tell you what, on that level, it's unbelievable. Camavinga drives forward, rolls it back into Rodrigo. Penalty appeal! It's a penalty! It's a penalty for Real Madrid! Come on! It's a penalty for Real Madrid! They plead their innocence, but I think it's going to fall on deaf ears. I'm sure VAR are going to check it. I thought as soon as he went in for that, you can literally hear me say, it looks like a penalty. Camavinga allowed to wander so far forward. Rolls it into Rodrigo. Benzema. It's definitely a pen. Stonewall. Absolute stonewall. Ruben Diaz there. Commits to it, thinking Benzema's going to take a shot. He's slid in, and he's not won the ball whatsoever. He's made contact with him. He's maybe gone down a little bit too easily. But definitely. And dear God, Benzema, don't miss this up, says Curly. Curly, you have spoke this into existence. Curly. You have absolutely spoke this into existence. Max says, Benzema Panenka penalty again. He missed 2 in one game the other day. And this is the biggest one yet. Kareem the Dream Benzema against Ederson. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Let's see what happens here. Last time it resulted in a Panenka down the middle. This time, what will the result be? Benzema looks composed. No sign of nerves. Deep breath from Karim Benzema. Benzema scores! Come on, Karim the Dream! A lovely little slot into the bottom left corner. Dives the wrong way. Does Ederson. He dives to his right. It slots into his bottom left. And it's 3-1 to Manchester City. Curly, did you doubt my score prediction? 3-1 to Real Madrid even. I just said to Manchester City. Absolutely not. It's 3-1 to Real Madrid. Oh my gosh. Calm as you like. From Karim Benzema. Absolutely calm as you like. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe what has happened in this game. Real Madrid are the late show. I tell you what, take that show away from James Corden and give it to Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are the late show in the Champions League at the moment. Unbelievable. Unbelievable from them. Come on, Real Madrid. Come on. Let's have this finished. I've got a Madrid top on. I'm supporting him tonight. They have literally, City have been ahead for so long in this tie. And now Real Madrid are going to spend a few minutes in front. And it could be the all-important decisive few minutes at the end of this. Unbelievable. Oliver and Shafter are back. Man City are crap now. City in the mud. Boom, says Max. Messi just shared a post on his Instagram as well. Come on, Real, says Batman. Batman's in here as well. Good to see you, mate. To be fair, their playoff run has been ridiculous. Real Madrid deserve the Champions League. It's the comebacks. I don't know how they keep doing it. They've come back against Paris Saint-Germain. They've come back against Chelsea. And they've come back against Manchester City. Is the final one step too far? Only time will tell. Only time will tell if they get there. If they get there. They've got 25 minutes to hold on, and Manchester City will not back down now. They've got to go for it. They've got to go for it. I hope City bottle it in the Premier League now. It would be excellent, wouldn't it? It would be excellent if they did that. It would be excellent. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I actually cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Let's put the background sound on so I can just take a moment and it not be complete silence. Oh my God. Come on. Free kick opportunity for Manchester City. Whipped in by Gundogan. Flicked in towards that box. Looking for Aymeric Laporte. Comes out to the edge towards Zinchenko. Zinchenko stands it up. And Fernandinho gets a strike on it. But it might have taken a deflection. But it just went straight up in the air. That was calm as you like from Karim Benzema. Completely sends Ederson the wrong way. Absolutely calm as you like. Just what you need from the big man in that situation. Lovely, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Start supporting Huddersfield Town. They never let you down. No, they don't. You just lower your expectations and then you can never be let down. That is my story of life. Lower your expectations and then you can never be let down. And unsurprisingly, City are going to make a change here. And they're bringing on Raheem Sterling. And despite bringing on Fernandinho only a few, well, in terms of actual game time, 10, maybe even 10 minutes earlier, they've just taken off one of the defensive midfielders because now they have to attack. They have to bring the game to Real Madrid. And at the Bernabeu, which is absolutely rocking and alive, Man City have got to come up with something big. Got to come up with something big. Curve says he's got 3 points. Oh, come on, Real Madrid, says Lewis. Lewis has just chipped in. Honestly, Lewis, man, it's been a mental final 5 minutes. Mental 5 minutes. I did not expect Real Madrid to be where they are now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Zinchenko finds Foden, who finds Grealish. Back into Zinchenko once again. City are going to have to build. They're going to have to regain some of that experience and that drive and that power and just the confidence that they had at times in the first half and particularly in the first leg, dominating possession. They need to do that and they need to do it quick and take the sting out of Real Madrid before they get out of reach, because at the moment it's still doable. But if they get one more, it's got to be curtains, surely, for Manchester City. I've been watching it because I'm a minute behind. Fair enough, Lewis, fair enough. Unbelievable stuff, isn't it, Lewis? Unbelievable. Gundogan rolls it out wide to Zinchenko. Zinchenko finds its way to Grealish, back into Zinchenko. Zinchenko and Grealish getting each other's way. Grealish tries to nick it back again. Zinchenko again gets in the way of Jack Grealish. Danny Carvajal wasn't pleased about something. Zinchenko wins the ball back up high though. Grealish tries to flick it through, and every Real Madrid player doing the defensive duties. It was a combo of Benzema and Rodrigo who got themselves back there, and Sterling's just done his defensive duties, and apparently he's going in the book. Referee, that's his first yellow. That's his first tackle, sorry. It was a good tackle. That was a completely clean tackle. That was a fine tackle. I'm really confused about that. Which already made rich club do you think Pep Guardiola would go to after his failure at City? Oof. I don't even know. I guess he's got to go to France, doesn't he? He's been to Spain. Yeah, send him to PSG. Why not? Why not? See you later, Max. Have a good one. Have a good one. Unbelievable for Manchester City tonight. How have they bottled this? I mean, I know that Chelsea didn't have the greatest of performances in the extra time and when they were under pressure, but my God. How has this turned round in a matter of literally... Look at that time there. Look at that time there. I don't know why I put 105. I meant to put 95. Look at that time there. Unbelievable from Real Madrid. Unbelievable. I genuinely just can't believe it. Messi plus Pep Guardiola equals Champions League trophy. It's probably the only place he's got to go now. Is it probably the only place he's got to go and maybe can go? Because I can't see him going back to Bayern, because that's really the only club he can go to in Germany. He can't really go to any of the other clubs in England, because I'm sure all three of Manchester City's fans would be annoyed about that. And I guess you can't go anywhere else in Spain either. It's not like he could go to Madrid. So yeah, I feel like PSG. On paper, he's failed at City. Yeah, I mean, he was brought in to win a Champions League, and so far it doesn't look like he's going to have delivered that. And you've got to feel like as well, with some of these players in this squad, especially Kevin De Bruyne, this must have been one of their last opportunities to win a Champions League as a team. You've really got to be, when you're hitting 30, you've really got to be getting yourselves into these finals if you're a first team player. If you want to win it and be a big impact, Kareem the Dream, off he comes, Kareem the Dream. That's actually quite surprising. Steve McManaman actually made a good point there. If it goes to penalties, then Real Madrid in a bit of a predicament there without their top goal scorer. You'd have thought they'd have at least left it till half-time at this stage. Maybe spoke to Kareem at half-time, said, how tired are you? Do you want to come off? Do you want to take a penalty at the end? But Dani Ceballos is on. Dani Ceballos is on. So that'll end the discussion around that. Clearly looking just to knuckle down, buckle under. Pep out, says Lewis. Is it too soon? Who knows? Who knows? City fans won't be pleased if they go out, especially in the manner that they have gone out tonight. If they'd have gone 3-0 down inside 60 minutes, they'd have been like, okay, we were better than, they were better than us. We got tactical decisions wrong. But it's just the switch off. It's just the switch off. How often do we see teams buckle? How often? We might get from bad to worse here. They were appealing for a handball in there as well, and Marco Asensio just can't quite unleash his left foot on that. Sterling might try and push forward. I'm surprised it's taken so long for us to see Raheem Sterling, a player of his quality. Steve Bruce for Manchester City will feed what he fed towards doner kebabs. Hey, that sounds like a good diet to me. Doner kebabs just sounds like a good diet to me, Lewis. Admittedly, I'm not a professional footballer, but it does sound nice. Mason Mount has more Champions League trophies than City, and correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Azpilicueta have 2 Champions League trophies? Oh my god, that might fall in the box for City. Oh, it just doesn't quite. Real Madrid somehow smother it clear. I think Azpilicueta has 1, but he has 2 Europa Leagues. I think it's 1, Batman. I think it's 1. I think he joined the season after. For some reason, I've got it in my head, he joined at the same time Eden Hazard did. You might have to Google that one, mate. You might have to Google that. I think he's got 2 Europa Leagues and 1 Champions League. I think he joined the season after. And a Prem as well. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first period of extra time. Jack Grealish pops it down there to Zinchenko. Decent feet there from him. Into Gundogan. Oh my god. Every single Real Madrid player behind the ball. No wonder they can't break him down. Sterling. Cancelo's going to clip one in towards that box, and he's flipped through. Oh, he's missed at the back post by Fernandinho. I think that goes down as a good save because it flicks off Foden. It's an excellent save. I think it's the touch from Courtois. Just takes it away. Just takes it away from Fernandinho. And Fernandinho nearly had his company moment there, didn't he? Nearly had his Vincent company moment. And that is the end of that half, ladies and gents. That is the end of that half in this extra time. Unbelievable stuff. Real Madrid get their noses in front. Can they hold on, ladies and gents? Can they hold on? We've got another 15 minutes of football to find out if it's Real Madrid or Liverpool or City joining Liverpool in this final. Unbelievable stuff, ladies and gents. Unbelievable. I cannot believe this turnaround. I cannot get over it. I don't think I'll ever get over how quickly this game got turned on its head. I don't think I'll ever get over it. It's unbelievable from Real Madrid. And here we go. We're going to have a second half. Pep Guardiola looks absolutely fuming, and rightly so. Rightly so at his players. His players need to up it. Yeah, Chelsea, I don't think City have won a European trophy, so yeah, Chelsea have won way more. They've won, well, 4 more is the answer to that one, if you exclude Super Cups. And Club World Cups, of course. They're absolutely rocking as well now, the Real Madrid fans. And literally, 20 minutes ago, they were crying, they were sad. It's unbelievable, but isn't this why we love football? Isn't this why we love football? It's absolutely beautiful. It's why we love it. It's the ups and the downs that we absolutely love. And Aymeric Laporte looked like he was crying there. That's not going to help you, lads. You need to be strong. You need to be tough in times like this. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. Curly's going to bed. No worries, Curly. Enjoy. And I'm sure I'll speak to you soon. If I could get my words right tonight. Do you think City will still be at this level if they lose Pep? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think they'll be way as consistent as they are. And I feel like Phil Foden might be a player who will suffer without Pep Guardiola. Of course, a player who hasn't experienced being under any other manager. A transitional period like that can be a big problem. It most certainly can be. Militao instantly gets himself a foul somehow there. I don't even think Phil Foden knew he was coming, to be honest with you, as he jumped. Yeah, Batman. I just think that City are like they're so consistent in the league, and like Liverpool, like when it was that 98 point, 97 point season, they were that unlucky that they came up with the only other team that could have beaten them, were the only other team capable of going on a 16, 17 game unbeaten run, and like. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just so consistent for the most part. So consistent. This is going to be mental, these final 15 minutes. City have so much to prove. Real Madrid, can they hang on? Can they hang on? God, I can only hope. Lovely flick there by Mendy to find Camavinga. City's press needs to be more intense, I'm not going to lie. Phil Foden shoves over and Militao flops on the floor like a fish. Thomas Tuchel versus Jurgen Klopp incoming. Yeah, I mean, if we can keep them, if we can sort out what's going on with our club, then yeah. But I think Thomas Tuchel needs to try and work on how he can get Chelsea to be more consistent over the course of a season. Your opinion on lemonade and ice cream? What is that? Lemonade and ice cream? As in a combination or as two separate things, Lewis? Because lemonade and ice cream as a combination does not sound very nice. Come on, Madrid. Forza Madrid. Gonna pretend like I've been a Madrid fan the whole time. Woohoo! Forza Madrid. So, what a night for Real Madrid if this comes off. Eder Militao's just gone down again. Phil Foden's coming over to try and pick him up because he's aware it's gamesmanship. You pour the lemonade in the cup first and then vanilla ice cream. Lewis, you madman. What have you been getting up to? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. I feel like you're having me on here, Lewis, lad. I feel like you're having me on here. Surely can't be. I'm surprised they've not brought on Marcelo. I know he's not really been in the best of form. It's a Geordie thing. Fair enough. But I don't know, it does not sound nice. I've had jelly in ice cream instead of like, you know, instead of water you put jelly in ice cream. I'm so stupid. I put lemonade in jelly is what I meant to say there, not jelly in ice cream. That is not a revolutionary thing. I've done that before. Lemonade in jelly. Is Riyad Mahrez still in the field? No, he got subbed off for Fernandinho. Yeah, lemonade and jelly is quite weird. You put it under your tongue and it all fizzles. Right, we're back underway. We're back underway after that pause in play for Eder Militao. I do believe Real Madrid have made a sub in that time. No, he's come back on. He has come back on. I did see him go off the pitch, but they've brought him back on. Whether that's just to bring him back on just to go back down again. It might be the tactic here for Real Madrid, just to try and waste some more time. If Militao goes down again, then it's an extra 30 seconds that's being wasted. City need to get the ball down. They in some senses they need to rush themselves. It's Vallejo who's come on. I don't know who he's come on for though. I've not seen who he's come on for. But in some senses, like City need to speed themselves up, but they've got to be patient. But they can't afford to be too patient. And it's a really fine line and a fine balance to have, because they cannot be too impatient with it. They can't just start hoofing the ball forward, because they don't have the attackers for that. They don't have that number 9. They don't have someone who's going to cause those problems in the air. So they've got to keep playing the way that they know, but they've got to be more direct at the moment. There's so many Real Madrid players behind the ball doing their defensive jobs well and easily. Zinchenko. Laporte finds Ruben Diaz. Ruby. Into Bernardo Silva, who just gets absolutely bodied there by Vinicius Junior on his opposite number. Real Madrid need to waste time and slow down the game and make tactical fouls. They definitely do. They do, Batman. They definitely do. But like I say, with City, though, they need to make sure that they still play their brand of football. Like, Real Madrid can try and disrupt it as much as possible, but unless you're going to chuck Ruben Diaz up front, which, to be honest with you, at this point, you might as well. You might as well chuck Ruben Diaz up front and be like, go stand up there, go be an extra striker, go be a Chris Samba, if you will, and just stand up there and cause problems. And, you know, you will because of your size, and, you know, if you've got half-decent touch on you, Sterling gives the ball away there. I thought he was going to do something good, but he gave the ball away there. But yeah, they just need to, City just need to up it. They need to do something different, even if it, like I say, just moving someone further forward. Oh, Vallejo is still not on yet. That's why I've not noticed. And Lucas Vasquez as well is another player who's going to be coming on. Ceballos finds Carvajal. Lovely play there from Real Madrid to get themselves out. Here's Dani Carvajal, who tries to spread one for Vinicius Junior. Poor ball though, and Cancelo gets the ball back for Manchester City. Here is Zinchenko again. Still surprised they took off Kevin De Bruyne. Feel like they're going to rue that. Jack Grealish gives the ball away to Rodrigo, and now Rodrigo's got some clear air to drive into if he wants to choose it. He decides instead to cut inside, and it's a great decision from the Brazilian to cut inside there, because the on-rushing Zinchenko gives away a foul, and now it can be more time to waste for Real Madrid. More and more time to waste for Real Madrid. He knew he was going nowhere there, Rodrigo. He looked forward and decided to come inside towards Ilkay Gundogan and Alexander Zinchenko, and he knew exactly what he was doing as soon as he ran inside there. Knew exactly what he was doing. City need to play long boys to the box, hoping someone can take a shot. Yeah, like I say though, they've got to move. They're going to have to move a centre half up or someone like that up if they're going to do that, because they don't have the height. They're attacking like threesome at the minute. It just isn't tall enough. They've got Phil Foden, they've got Raheem Sterling, and they've got Jack Grealish up there. It's useless when there's a player, when there's no player over 6'1", 6'2", because even if they, you know, try and get it, then they're just realistically not going to. Eder Militao's gone down again, of course, making sure to make the most of the time and take the most of it. I just realised my timer hadn't started. I don't know why it hadn't, but I'll start it again when we get back up to the minute. When do we see a centre-half go up for Manchester City? When do we see it? It's got to be soon, surely, as Vinicius Junior comes off for Lucas Vasquez, and I assume the other one's for Eder Militao for Vallejo. The substitution, that seems to make the most logical sense. Fernandinho just whispers something into the ear of Vinicius Junior there. Vinicius Junior didn't want to go off there. Did not want to go off whatsoever. But he's been taken off. Vallejo comes on, and so does Lucas Vasquez. So it will be Eder Militao coming off. So those are the two substitutions. And we've got about 5 minutes left, and then we can all go to bed and celebrate Real Madrid. Celebrate Real Madrid. Hopefully going through. Hopefully I haven't spoken too soon. Camavinga. Here is Camavinga trying to drift into a little bit of space here, and He's been fouled there. He has. So he's got an opportunity to whip the ball in. They're going to take their time now, aren't they? They're really going to take their time. Jack Grealish looks like a naughty school kid there. He was absolutely fuming that he'd been booked there. Oliver says City in the mud. Most certainly is. Most certainly is. And stroke of genius with my score prediction at the moment to say 3-1. An absolute stroke of genius. Unbelievable turnaround in that 20-minute period. Unbelievable. This part of the game, City needs to throw away the game plan and play with natural instincts. Yeah, that's what you've got to do. Look, you've got 4 minutes left to get yourself through to extra time. 4 minutes. At this point, if I'm a City fan, I would prefer to lose by 2 goals and have everyone up on the other side of the field and trying than lose by 1. That's simple. It's simple as that. You've got to commit bodies forward, and if Real Madrid score, you go, look, we did our best. We tried our best. We tried to attack. But if you carry on and you go out like this, it's just not a very valiant way to go out. That's always my thing. It's always the problem. You don't want to go out. You don't want to go out by 1 goal. Unbelievable. Imagine if Gareth Bale gets another Champions League under his belt at Real Madrid. The man will have won so many Champions Leagues. Lovely play. Lovely play by Real Madrid. Rodrigo tries to get the ball down, and Fernandinho's just been fouled there, and Fernandinho was just about to roll around on the floor and pretend to be crying, but he realised, actually, our team's the team that is 1 goal down. This is why City need a striker. Yeah, it's point and case here. You've just got to aim long. Like I say, they need to now send up Laporte or Diaz. You've got to send one of them up. You've got to. You're absolutely killing your own hopes if you don't send one of them up. Just drop Fernandinho back, shuffle slightly. In fact, you probably don't even need to send Fernandinho back, because who cares? If you're going out, you might as well go out in style. Zinchenko into Sterling once again. Sterling tries to break through there, and he's got himself a free kick. What? He's given a goal kick. Oh, I think it is a foul. I think that is a foul, you know. You can't just like bundle him out of the way and not expect Sterling to go down there. Like, you put him down an alley so that there was no room to go down, and then you expect him not to fall over. It's definitely a foul, that one. They need to someone to pump up the ball to, definitely. Kevin De Bruyne got subbed off ages ago, Batman. He got subbed off, and I think it was we'll try and save you for the Premier League, and look how that's turned out. So he's not actually on the field. I don't think he's been on since like the 75th minute or something like that. He's not been on for ages. Literally since before Mahrez scored, actually. Right before Mahrez scored, because Gundogan's first interaction was rolling the ball into Bernardo Silva, who then played it to Riyad Mahrez. Yeah, City are gone. It looks like it now, doesn't it? It looks like it now. Valverde into... Oh, he gives the ball away. A City going to attack. Cancelo hoofs the ball up the field, trying something. Good touch from Foden to get it down, but he needs some more support there. City players appealing for a foul. Sterling, is there one more opportunity for Manchester City? Jack Grealish out on this left-hand side. Looks to go down towards the byline, tries to pull it back. Is that a corner for City? It is. And I won't be surprised if we see Ederson come up the field to get this one. If there's any ever a time for City, it's going to be 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes? Are you kidding me? We've only played 15 minutes. How you played 3 minutes? Pep's moaning it should be longer. Fernandinho headers it back in. It goes out for a goal kick. Oh my gosh. Last time Kevin De Bruyne got subbed off in the Champions League, City lost this Chelsea in the final. But last time it was an injury, to be fair. He did need to come off. I think he crapped a rib. But either the point in case is City without De Bruyne aren't on the same level as what they should be. It's point in case, really, isn't it? It's really, really obvious. Unbelievable. 2 minutes of added time at the end of extra time to see Real Madrid go through. An unbelievable turnaround from Real Madrid. And it's going to set up... Either way, we were going to end up with a feisty final between Liverpool and one of their closest rivals. And now we've got a repeat of that final, which went so badly last time for Liverpool with Loris Karius in goal. We're looking like we're getting a repeat. We've still got a minute and a half as Ferland Mendy clears the ball upfield. It was either going to be the clash of the Titans between the English teams, or it was going to be Liverpool versus Real Madrid, that game where Ramos broke the arm of Mo Salah, and we had so much drama in that game. But City might have an opportunity here. Bernardo Silva swings one in, looking for Grealish. It's headed clear by Lucas Vazquez and hoofed clear there by Rodrigo, who's just trying to save his legs. It goes all the way to Ederson. Ederson's going to clip one back in towards the box. It's headed and flicked on and into the hands of Courtois, and Courtois lays on the ball, and the Real Madrid players let out an almighty roar. They're going to have to take their time, use all of their 6 seconds. Oh, so that is it. That is full time. Real Madrid have gone through. The reason I was going, oh, was because Pep Guardiola was moaning that there wasn't enough time on the added time, and he blew the final whistle, the referee did, about 10-12 seconds before it even got to the 3 minutes of minimum time that they had promised. Real Madrid, what a turnaround. Honestly, like Wiki spoke about them earlier, like they've not been in this game at all. City haven't been great, don't get me wrong, but over the 2 legs they've definitely been the better of the sides. But defensively, errors have caused them problems. And when you've got that attacking front 3 of Real Madrid, you cannot give them that opportunity. And it's so good to see Manchester City out. Come on! It is so good to see Manchester City out. I was like, oh my God. Dry your eyes, mate, Fernandinho. Aguero didn't get his Champions League either. Don't you worry. You're all subpar. Unbelievable stuff. Ladies and gents. City's in the mud. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable from Manchester City and Real Madrid. It's been another epic, really, hasn't it? That's the best way to say it. 2 epics, 2 classic Champions League semi-finals. 2 absolute classics. Goals aplenty. 4 excellent sides who have just been so good. City are the Tottenham of the Champions League because they bottle it in key Champions League games. I don't understand. Where do Manchester City go here? Where do they go? I don't know. I think this was their best opportunity. I think we've all said it. This was their best opportunity this year. Like last year, they had a tough They had quite a few sort of tough run-ins and going against the Thomas Tuchel side that was relatively untested, and you know, you didn't know what was going to turn up, was of course a difficult one. These last 2 years have been their best 2 opportunities to not only make a final but win the Champions League, and both years they've fallen flat. Pep Guardiola needs to have a long hard look at himself, because 73 minutes in, 74 minutes in, that tie looked wrapped up. And within the space of 2 minutes, it was all back open again. Like I said at the beginning, you cannot rule out Real Madrid. There is a reason Real Madrid have won the Champions League 13, 14 times. And it's because the Champions League is built into that DNA. It's been a phenomenal performance. And I've been so impressed with the attitude of Real Madrid there, that they didn't give up. They didn't give up whatsoever, and they are absolutely loving it, which is great to see. Commiserations to Man City though. Like, over the course of the 2 legs, I've got to say they were the better of the 2 sides, but that gets you nothing. That don't get maybe gets you a brownie point. Maybe you'll get Star of the Week in your next assembly. But realistically, no one cares about Star of the Week in the next assembly if it don't reflect well on your GCSEs. If you don't get your A star, and they've not got their A star tonight, that is most certainly the case. Either way, guys, I'm going to leave you right now. I'm going to leave you, and like I say, I will be live on Josh's channel tomorrow night, so do be sure to go check that out. Be excellent if you could, like I say. And of course, do be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. What a night it's been for Real Madrid. What an unbelievable night. What an unbelievable night. City are behind Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Forest won theirs ages ago though. Forest won theirs ages ago. What a night. What a night. I'm going to leave you guys there. I do hope you have enjoyed. Thank you to those who have watched all the way through, and all of those who have dipped in and dipped out at some point during this game. What a night for Real Madrid, eh? Imagine that feeling. Imagine that feeling, you know. Unbelievable. It's getting familiar, isn't it, these comebacks for Real Madrid? It is getting familiar. Either way, guys, let's see you later. I will see you on this channel probably at the weekend, but like I say, I will see you tomorrow if you want to come over to Josh's channel. Alright, guys, see you later. Bye-bye.